Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me out there in YouTube world land? Hello. What about now? Am I muted now? Wait, hold on. Yes, now you can. Excellent. I have arrived. Ignore this pimple patch. My face just likes to betray me sometimes, you know? I'm trying to get the chat up on the window screen. You know, at this point I've been live a few times and I still can't every time remember how the hell I got that chat box up there. But we press on. I'm gonna figure it out in like 2 seconds. I think I gotta do the browser source situation. There we go. Add browser. Browser source? Okay. First off, hold on, guys. That's why I came on early for setup, so just bear with me for a hot second. Okay. Hopefully the chat. Okay, now I gotta resize it. Lord, just watch me fumble IRL in real time. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Bear with me as I set the... Are you mowing your lawn? I need you to be so for real, because who mows their lawn at 5 p.m. on a Friday? Insanity. Someone's mowing their lawn right now. I hope y'all can't hear that, but anyway. Let me finish changing the size for this little chat. Oop, nope. Chat box situation. This is crazy that there's literally someone having a full... It's like they know I'm going live and they're like, you know what would be a good time to mow our lawn? Right the hell now. Right now. Anywho. Okay, I got that size to be smaller. I make the other one smaller. Doing good? That's good. That's good. I don't know how to... Oh, wait, hold on. I can do this. I literally had this all set up before. Actually, can you close the window? Because it's outright. There's not even grass right there. I don't even know what they're mowing. There's literally no grass right there. It's kind of crazy. Is there grass? Crazy. Whatever. Close the window. Thank you. Oh my God, that is so much better. Sorry for destroying y'all ears for a second there. Anywho, I'm trying to figure out how to do the... Oh, I gotta like put it on like 800 or something. There. Okay, we're getting so much closer, guys. Okay, we're just gonna do that. That looks good. And then I'll bring it down. And then I'll bring the chat up. Ta-da! Yay, I did the thing. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do some housekeeping first. Thank you all for stopping by. And if you're gonna be watching this after it goes live, thank you for that too. I wanted to do some housekeeping because this is just about the biggest wave. It is the biggest wave that I've gotten to my channel since starting this channel 2 years ago. And I feel like because a lot of people don't really know me yet, they're kind of, some people are coming into this comment section getting a little crazy. Wait, mic is really quiet. Hold on. What about now? Oh, it might actually. Hold on. Let me turn it up. Can you hear me better now? I have it on the setting that I use to record videos, so it was a tad bit low. But I also have my husband listening to tell me if he can hear better. Okay, that's better. Good. I had to turn up the little treble. I don't know what the hell it's called, but I turned it down for videos, but good. I know to turn it up for live. So, and I have notes because one thing about me, I'm a write it down. So I think moving forward for videos that will get a lot of comments, such as these Love is Blind videos, I'm going to respond to the comments in the way that I'm doing, such as going live and making a separate video about it, because as much as I love y'all and I want to be able to respond to every single comment like I started off saying I was going to do, 800, y'all, that's a lot. Like, I ain't gonna have no fingers left to edit the videos if I respond to 800 comments. So I hope that it's okay that I'm gonna move forward doing it that way. Community is so important to me. It was my biggest goal this year, still is. My biggest goal this year on YouTube is to build community and know y'all and get to know y'all and all that stuff. And one of the best ways to do that is through the comment section, but 800 of them things, so so I had to figure out a different way to do it. So I hope that's okay. I'm still here. It just won't be every single comment. On the AD situation, because some of y'all trickling in a little late and y'all trying to come at me for saying that Ken may have picked that up from AD and whatever that situation is. I already made a video to go into detail as to why I thought that and why I felt that way, and how I am perceiving that because I am a black woman. So I don't want to, I want to give that topic the attention that it needs, and that's why I decided to make a video for it, so that I could get everything out and kind of talk through it that way. So if you haven't watched that and you're wondering why I made that comment about the Brittany Ken AD situation, please watch that video so you know where I'm coming from. And also know that I don't live in an echo chamber, and I don't like to exist in an echo chamber. So if you don't agree with me, that is okay. But I also ask that you're okay with not agreeing with me. Like, I'm totally fine if people are coming with different opinions. Everyone is going to have their own opinions, and I'm open to that. I just would like for y'all to be open to that too. Like, at the end of the day, we just some people talking on YouTube about opinions that we don't, or situations that we don't really know about. So just keep that in mind. So Monday I'm gonna drop a new video to talk about the Ken Britt situation. I think that's all I have for housekeeping. Yeah, that's about it. Just know that when you come here, you're gonna get my opinion from a black woman's perspective, because that's all I can give you. That's all I've been all my life, so that's all I can do. Y'all want to talk about parking lot gate and some other tea? So I saw someone left a comment a little bit earlier today, and then someone also sent it to me in Discord. Shout out to you for sending that to me in Discord. That Trevor had a girlfriend. Did y'all hear that? Because apparently he had a girlfriend, and there's like some receipts as far as text messages, and it's a whole little situation. So I might pull up those text messages just so we can go through them. But basically, in Discord, we were trying to figure out if these text messages were legitimate or not. Now, they looking a little real. But you never really know. It's so easy to Photoshop some text messages or even go online and find some text messages these days. So I'm very curious on what y'all think is going on with these text messages. Let me open up the chat on my screen. So yeah, I'm very curious to know what y'all think. It was on Instagram. I don't know who the Instagram person is. I think it might actually be someone who also covers reality TV and talks about reality TV, but they posted some screenshot. I don't know where they got these screenshots from. I don't know where they came from, but from this supposed ex-girlfriend that is alluding to the fact that Trevor may had a girlfriend before. Like, that's basically what the situation is. So I'm going to share my screen and we can talk about some of these text messages, because I'm very curious about what y'all think. Aura, what's going on? I know if I can't count on nobody else, I know I can count on you, Aura. How are you? I'm using my new mic to go live today. I know you noticed because you've been here before. It's all over TikTok. Okay, I'm not on TikTok, so I have to get my information from the stragglers on Instagram. I have to get my information elsewhere. I'm not on the clock app. I used to be, but I got off of it. But yeah, apparently it's all over TikTok. Oh, one of my friends was also telling me about, this is unrelated to Love is Blind, but one of my friends was also telling me about this I don't know what the woman's name is, but that's popping off on TikTok too. Somebody at my job was even talking about it. I was like, y'all doing a lot. But yeah, so let's pull up these text messages just in case you haven't seen them. So we can kind of talk through what might be the case here. Let's go. Oh, girl, that last live stream was so short. You're good. I was only here for like a hot second because I was starving and I was like, I need to go eat dinner. Yeah, Recetisa. Recetisa, that's her. Not you cleared your schedule. Listen, a real one. a real one gonna clear a schedule. That's on period. Okay. So let's, not my Instagram being exposed. I don't know how else to share this without exposing my Instagram. So I guess it's gonna be what it is. Maybe I just, oh my God, why did it just get so big? Jeez, it's gigantic. Okay, there we go. That's the way to do it. I'm just gonna have to cut off the chat for a second. So this is the first. Yeah, this is the first page. Yeah. So Love is Blind season 6. Trevor Sova was in a serious relationship while filming up until 2 weeks ago, and the woman is tagged. So we'll get into that. Yes, it's a 50-part series. See, I don't have the ADHD is strong. I don't have the patience for 50 parts. If somebody wants to put that in like a documentary, I could probably pay attention to that better than paying attention to 50 parts of a TikTok. Or unless somebody put it all into one compilation, that would be good for me too. But so supposedly these messages were sent March of last year. Now there was a little bit of discrepancy about the fact that, oh, if you have an iPhone, it's going to show the year that the text was sent. But we figured out that it only shows the year if it would be confusing which year it was. So say, for example, these texts were sent in February, it would say February 2023 because it's currently February 2024, and that could be confusing to someone who looked at it. So since it's not March yet, we're going to go with these are real, allegedly, and these are from March of 2023. So it says Trevor. So this is the X in blue, and this is Trevor in the gray. I love you so much, honey. I'm excited for it, but more excited to get back. So basically, he's telling this girl like they about to be together. Oh, girl. All right. Do you not know what's happening? Girl, Trevor. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if these text messages are real, but if these text messages are real, then yes, Trevor is on our bad side. Did you get my text? So she's saying like, did you land? Did you see, some of these are worded kind of weird. Did you see other people on the plane who were doing the show? And the guy first asked, though, okay, basically, I don't know what the hell Trevor was trying to say. Basically, what this is supposed to say is, yes, he met somebody else on the plane who was going to be doing Love is Blind, and they together. Now, who this other man was, that does not come out just yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we going to learn in a future text thread. They established why they were there and agreed on it. And the ex-girlfriend says, what was that? Like, agreed on what? No matter what, we're not getting married. Ex-girlfriend says, nice. Now, just based off of this, that would mean that you and your ex knew this going into the situation, that he was going to, I don't know, go on Love is Blind. Not the lint. Go on Love is Blind for shits and giggles. What was the reason? Like, I don't know what the reason was. Even in reading all these texts, I still don't know what the reason was. So that's March 26th. Okay, so this is like a couple of weeks later in April, or probably like a week later. Nala, I guess that's her name. Is that her name? Oh yeah, her name is Natalia. She's tagged down here. We will look at her page later. Do you still love me? Pumpkin, I'm crying. Can I call you in 30 minutes? I missed you so much. Off top, these messages don't feel like messages that would happen. Like, doesn't this text thread feel choppy to y'all? Oh, listen. I can almost guarantee they're finding them for drama at this point. I was talking to somebody about this a few days ago, about the fact that I'm rewatching season 1 right now. In between everything else that I'm doing, I'm rewatching season 1 because I want to see the interaction between Cameron and Lauren and see if they ever talked about race, and if they did, how they brought that up, and see how all that played out because my memory is trash and I just can't remember that far back. And I was just saying, like, that season felt so genuine. It was so authentic. It felt so real. People were really there for what they wanted to be there for, which was to do the Love is Blind experiment. And now it just feels like they have us hooked, so it's all about the drama. And I can't blame them for that. At the end of the day, Netflix is going to get their bag, right? So, yeah, they're going to feed us that drama that they know we love. But I think what they're missing is that we love the drama, yes, but we want to see a love story too. The reason that we loved and still love Lauren and Cameron is because they are still together. Like, we love the fact that they are unproblematic and have been always. It's always been about the love for them. So, you know, I just, it's unfortunate that they just selling us the drama now. And yeah, we keep watching because that's just who we are. we haven't stopped. Yeah, I just want to know if they're finding these men for drama or if they're really not doing good background checks, because that's multiple men this season who have been trifling. Not only that, how did they not know? I've already forgotten the people from last season. How did they not know that 2 people who ended up on the same season were exes? Y'all knew that. Nobody can convince me that they didn't know that. Like, y'all do. I know y'all looking into these people's socials. Y'all looking at their dating history. Y'all didn't realize that 2 exes, and then y'all put them in the pods together? That was just to be messy. Ooh, wait a minute. Whoa. What did Matthew say? Did he say this, or are you, like, paraphrasing based off of something else? Your ass is crazy. Jimmy and his hairline. Leave Jimmy alone. I like Jimmy. Y'all need to stop saying that man looks like a thumb. And my husband over there laughing because I showed him a picture. I was like, YouTube is saying he looks like a thumb. All these men are so disappointed. Man, I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, outside from this looking choppy, you still love me, Pumpkin. I'm crying. Can I call you in 30 minutes? I miss you so much. I love you more than anything in this world. And also, this doesn't. Does this sound like Trevor? I don't know. And I'm going to marry you. Yes, call me. I can't wait to the I'm gonna marry you situation. And then that got a little bit cut off. That's suspicious that we can't see the top, but nevertheless, something about propose. I'm trying to read through through the name. She left me on the last day for another guy. Her name was Chelsea. And then Chelsea, his dog, also passed away today. And then she's just saying, like, yeah, I didn't want that to be the first thing I texted you. It was yesterday. I talked to her a couple of times, to his mom. Ain't no way, man. Come on now. Jimmy, at this point, we are being trolled. There's no way that this season is even real. And you know what is really unfortunate about this? After the disaster, after the Friday Night Live, we're live, Sarah. Sarah's my friend, my IRL friend. After the disaster that season 5 was, I had such high hopes. When I did my live on the cast, Ara was here. I did my live on talking about the cast, and we were so excited. Like, these people look normal. Some of them look really cool. We had such high hopes for these people, and they are just, we ain't even to the last episode. This is insanity. Like, I don't understand. He seemed well-rounded and actually, this is Jimmy, seemed well-rounded and actually came off really good, but if he actually slept with someone else, y'all believe that? I think Chelsea was reaching. I don't know. Yeah, they are playing in our faces if this turns out to be true. And my thing is it just the cast that's playing in our faces, or is Netflix also playing in our faces? Like, that's my question. Are we just being bamboozled? Because if we're being bamboozled, that's an entirely different situation. And I don't put it past them. They just might be doing it because we fall for it. That would be so unfortunate. I need a petition to bring back season 1. Jimmy being in a relationship would be insanity. I try not to, not only because it's just a lot for me to keep up with on top of doing commentary, but I try not to watch outside interviews unless someone brings it to me via YouTube or I talk to one of my friends about it. Because I don't want to influence my opinion. You know what I mean? So I try not to watch too many things that aren't happening in the show. I like to give my opinion based on what I see. So that no one can be like, but you knew this other information and you didn't speak on that? No, I didn't know. I didn't know because I don't pay attention to what's going on outside. I want to be very authentic and genuine in giving my commentary strictly on the show. So nobody can say I made nothing up or did anything. What y'all show me on the show is what I'm talking about for the most part. So... but that would be very interesting. If 2 men in this season end up having already been in a relationship, I might throw the whole show away. Like, because y'all, at this point, y'all not doing your due diligence. Hire me. I can do a better background check on these people than y'all doing, Netflix. Okay, he talked to his mom. But yeah, the girl who was my final match was named Chelsea, and I gave her Chelsea's collar as my item. He did do that. I forgot that he did that. That is very cute. But see, this right here, why is that a topic of conversation? And I don't know, do y'all remember why he said he brought his dog's collar to Love is Blind? You know what I mean? Like, why would you bring that to Love is Blind? And why are you telling your girlfriend who's in on this scheme that you gave the dog's collar to this other Chelsea? And also, why is your girlfriend saying that's cute? I don't know. I have many questions. I have many questions. I don't even know. The Jimmy in the relationship thing could be a girl, not a word I can't say. What's that? Farce? A farce. Farce as well. I don't know what to believe. Wait, have you heard about... If y'all throw one more damn name out to me that I don't know what's happening, it would be three people. It's kind of cut off by the emojis, but it'd be three people with... What happened to Jeramey? Was he also... He can't be in a relationship, because if he in a relationship, that means he cheating on his current girlfriend too. That is very cute. I hope you know how much I love you, and had to pretend that this wasn't real life to say anything I said. It's okay, pumpkin girl. I don't know what the top of that says. My stomach, because I feel like I've lost my best friend. However, I feel that you already know what you want based on your silence. So something, and this is another thing that I don't trust, because why are we getting bits and pieces of the text message chain? Apparently something happened up here, because she goes on to say, you know, you made me wait 7 days without speaking a word to me. So something happened up here. I'm sure he didn't go silent. Maybe he did go silent after the It's Okay Pumpkin. But you know what? Like, dates are missing. Timestamps are missing. Matter of fact, let me check my phone right now. Because I know on iPhone, if you slide a message to the side... Oh, no, you only get times. You don't get dates. Let me scroll up higher so I can see a date from before. Because it's so easy to just to give me timestamps on this. No, you would get. So this all has to, I don't know. It's giving choppy. And I'll explain more why I think this is either fake, or if it is real, it was edited. So, okay, anyway. So she goes on to say, you went a week without texting me. I'll text you in the morning. And then he said he doesn't want to have this talk. So you didn't want to have the talk, but you also didn't talk to her for a week? That is not, the math ain't mathin'. Why would you want to hear what I have to say after I've treated you like that all week? Because I want you to give me the respect I deserve instead of treating me like this. I do respect you. I wouldn't intentionally ruin things and push you away if I didn't know that you deserve 10 times better than me. So let's get into this. And you know, internet. So let's zoom. Oh, no, we need to zoom in that much, but let's do it. Do y'all see? Y'all, I might need to zoom in just a little bit more for y'all to see it on the screen. Oh, I can't. It only goes to 500. Okay, pay attention right here. Now, to all my iPhone users out there, actually keep... Oh, wait a minute. Hold the hell on. Let me zoom out. Oh, okay, so when I took a screenshot of this, because I posted it to Discord, I don't know what it was. It must have been the way that the page was looking. Okay, so it hasn't been edited. I thought that the timestamp had been edited, but now that I'm looking at it again, it doesn't look like it was. So maybe this did come from Friday, February 2nd. And that would have been... Wait a minute. So, we talked about the whole timestamp thing and the fact that the iPhone shows the year. If this is just flat out saying Friday, February 2nd, then that means it's from this year. Because if it was from February of 2023, then it would say February 2023. At the same time, we don't know when this screenshot was taken. So if the screenshot was taken right at the time that all of this supposedly happened, then of course it wouldn't show 2023. I don't know what's happening. But I'm not going to say I know this is real. This is the girl. Is that Trevor? Yeah, that's him. It does. I mean, this looks like someone... And shout out to the Reality Ashley, because she's the one who got all the deets. This looks like someone he would be with. You know? It's given girlfriend for sure. I think what happened earlier when I was trying to look at that timestamp is that the little white, this little thing was covering up the bottom of the timestamp. So I was like, why did they edit out something? Because it was white on white. But now that I've blown it up, it doesn't look like that anymore. So that's good. But let's look at Natalia. I ain't trying to get this taken down, so we just gonna look quick. This Natalia, this is her right here, okay? That's her page. You can go find it. You can go to my Discord to look at the whole little situation on that. I don't want to have her up there too long for you to be like, you show somebody who didn't want to be seen. Like, I might cut that piece out when I go back to this. So that's the situation on that. Let me catch up with y'all comments, but that's the situation on Trevor might have had a girlfriend before. The text messages don't necessarily look real to me, but I also will say, hold on if y'all hear audio. Okay, hold on, hold on, y'all. All right, I gotta share the screen again. There's more. So I noticed that she had posted to her story this earlier, saying like, oh, I know you guys have a lot of questions. She's really pretty, by the way. She opened up her stories for questions. So let's just see what some people were asking. Can I pause on this? Yes, I can. You are so strong. I'm sorry this happened to you. When did you guys break up? He ghosted me for 7 days. So that lines up with the text messages. About 3 weeks before the show aired. Before the show aired. Then that would mean those text messages are... I feel personally played by Trevor. Listen, I feel personally played by him. Yeah, the Jimmy relationship. I don't think Johnny's going to be problematic. Like I said, I think Amy and Johnny are going to be the only ones to make it out of this thing. Amy's going to be the only ones to make it out of this. Jeramey was engaged is outrageous. Oh, man. If y'all find any articles, please send them my way. Please send them my way via comment section, but it might get lost there, so better on Discord. Engaged, that's a little bit much. Like, a girlfriend is a lot, but engaged is even crazier. If this is real, then I don't care how big and strong Trevor is. Listen, you don't want to go toe to toe with Trevor. He'll take you, me, and everybody else out. He don't skip arm nor leg day. I'm raising my hand because I feel personally victimized by Trevor and maybe anybody else. The male cat. It might come out that some of these women had a situation too. So the 7 days. Okay, for 7 days, about 3 weeks before the show aired. So this is recently. Okay, so then the February 2nd thing checks out. And then broke up with me when he returned home from work about 2 weeks before the show aired. So this all just played out now. What was Trevor hoping to gain? Fame, money, attention. Yes, all of the things that come with being reality show famous. He's already filmed. He's already filmed Perfect Match. What are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all, he is about to be the villain of a lifetime. If this, and listen, it will all be confirmed. Because if he ends up being on Perfect Match 2, which I've never watched, by the way, it's going to come out. He can't deny. Listen, sis might have receipts. It might be real. The vetting process is not only questionable. We were just saying, we feel like it's on purpose at this point. Just to, like, bring up this drama. It's questionable is an understatement. Okay, so he already... Okay. Let me find out. Has Trevor contacted you since you outed him as trash? These people are coming in hot. He tried to call me yesterday morning before everything came out. I had to block his number because I was afraid of the potential backlash and prior threats he made to... Oh, Trevor, baby, come on. Insert, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Are you serious? This is such a letdown. He making Clay look like an angel. This is... because at least Clay owns his shit. It's giving no press is bad press. It really is giving that. It's giving Love is Blind was just promotion for Perfect Match 2. That's what it's giving. I don't follow Trevor on Instagram, but I might have to go follow him after this. He would have he would have gotten clout just from being a hot good guy. Exactly. I bet when everything was playing out in these first few episodes and people were loving on him and being like, Trevor's such a good guy, he deserves the world, he was like, shit, they would have liked me anyway. Maybe I should have played that instead. Man, just going too hot to handle, hot, dumb, and no one takes you seriously. He be a shoo-in. Listen. Oh, hey, Casey, what you doing, girl? Listen, I hope you can't talk because you are speechless, because me too. This is crazy. I did not see this going this way. Okay. So apparently he has blocked his ex. Ooh, if Netflix gives you the opportunity to share your truth at the reunion, would you? Maybe, but it's unlikely this will happen. They are filming the reunion this week. Oh, she was very strategic when she released this. And also, I don't know if she was supposed to say that. I don't know if she was supposed to say that they're filming the reunion this weekend because they're making us wait until March 13th or something crazy. But wow. This is outrageous. Okay. Getting some questions from my IG fitness community that doesn't know I'm referring to this in this Q&A. I'm generally a very private person. Oh, this is so unfortunate for her because the thing is, she didn't ask to be on Love is Blind or for any of this. I'm generally a very private person and don't talk much about things. It's been a bit terrifying to come forward, but it was too painful to watch and stand by. Wow. No question. I just want you to see I'm proud of you. To see a I'm proud of you message in here somewhere. Thank you for giving me the courage to say something. Wow. This is... Trevor, are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. I'm kind of embarrassed. Man, I was really rooting for him. Let's talk about it, because the host never asked the right questions. Did y'all see that promo that went up today? I'm always paying attention to the promo that goes up on Netflix about the shows that I talk about. Today, they put up a video that was like, we're getting ready for the reunion. You know what the reunion needs? You know who's best at asking the best questions for the reunion? You guys, the fans. And they were like, leave some questions below, or like tell us below who you would want to see on the reunion. I feel like that was calculated on their part too, because they probably knew this was coming out. But they're telling us they want to ask these questions, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to ask what we want to hear. They're not giving us the episodes at once because they want us to crave. They want us to be like, please, sir, can I have some more? Can I have some more Love is Blind? Like, that's what they want. That's what they want from us. And I told y'all, they dangling that little, I know you effed her. They just got us tuned in. They know that they can get us to watch another week and another week and another week, so long as they keep dangling that little piece, because we all waiting for it. I think she may have been trying to get something for her too, after all that. Who, his ex? You think she was trying to get something out of this? Girl, Trevor had a whole girlfriend. I'll send you the link to the Instagram post. Trevor had or Sarah, you can send it to her. He had a whole girlfriend, supposedly, allegedly. We don't know. We don't know if any of this is real or if this is all just for clout and it's some kind of scheme. From what we are being told, we only know what they tell us. He had a girlfriend. She knew he was going to be on Love is Blind. Sometime 2 to 3 weeks before everything started to air and on Netflix, he ghosted her. And she was like, why are you ghosting me? And then there was this whole conversation about they were going to get married. He said he was going to propose to her. It was a whole little thing. So, allegedly, she leaked these messages, these text messages, and they own the TikTok, right? Not the TikTok, the Clock app right now. Has anybody seen that apparently when you apply for these reality shows on Netflix that you can apply to multiple different shows at the same time? Like you can apply for Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle at the same time. That sounds about right. I did see somebody said something like that in the comment section, but they said it more like you don't know what you're applying to. Like, you do a general application, or like you'll say what you want, but Netflix gets to decide where they put you. So you might be trying to sign up for Too Hot to Handle, and they might say, no, we want you to go on Love is Blind. And if that's the case, that's just weird, because why even do it like that? Drama, ratings, that's why I do it like that, because if they throw somebody on a show about getting married who wanted to be on a different kind of show, then of course that person's gonna be drama filled because they didn't want to be there. They're not trying to get married. Listen, Casey, we all thought he was a sweet guy. We have been bamboozled, sis. They got us. They got us. They didn't even care that they got us either. Netflix is catfishing. And they are. I want Matthew on the reunion too. Listen, I said that Matthew has some issues, and I still think that he does. But the way that all of this is starting to play out, at least Matthew, at least Clay, half of the time Jimmy, at least they are upfront about their shit. When we start talking about people who may have had girlfriends, people who may have been already engaged, you're not being honest. So like, you're wasting my time, and you're catfishing me at this point. Like, why are you doing this? We're gonna watch it. That's the thing. We would watch the show for the love. It doesn't need to be this chaotic. Vanessa and Nick don't ask. No, they don't. They don't ask what we want. MTV, hold my beer. Oh, I don't think that they're gonna not put... Yeah, I don't think that they're not gonna put the people who walked away from the show or didn't get... Well, I guess that's true. They typically don't pick the people who didn't get chosen. But it would be dumb not to bring Jess as like a guest appearance or something, even though she didn't end up in a final couple. Clearly, she is a significant part of this season. I mean, Jimmy might have made something happen. They might have made something happen. So it would be dumb not to put her on, or Matt either. Shit, I even think they should bring the other Amber back on, because there was something there too, but I doubt she would do it. The way that she left was like very, I'm over this, I'm over everything. So I don't think she would come back, but yeah, that would definitely. Matthew is literally looking like a saint now. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy that it all played out like this. I don't even know. I was reading about Trevor's pre-workout. Look, I use pre-workout when I go to the gym. See, he missing out on the bag. I could have bought some of that. Did his not make you itch? Because my pre-workout be having me looking like, a little crazy in the gym. That's crazy. Trevor really just disappointed all of us. Okay, so I don't even know what to say now. My energy gonna be different towards him when we finally see this little mixer that they're gonna do on the next episode. Because now I'm like, I think Netflix probably knows what they're doing, but they're probably feeling like they won the lottery with some contestants. I mean, some things are too good to be scripted. That's fair, Anna, but what I will say, I have worked in and dabbled in the entertainment industry before, and even shows that are reality TV have an element of I was gonna say scriptability, but I don't know if that's a word. Even those shows that are reality TV shows, some of that stuff is scripted too. I wouldn't think that a show like Love is Blind would be scripted, because this is a very real outcome. These people are actually getting married and actually spending their lives together. So it would suck if it were scripted, but yeah, a reality TV don't be all real. Even the dating shows. Matthew said he would be the underdog. He just didn't realize he'd be the villain. He had to realize he was going to be the villain. Oh, I know he was punching the air, literally and figuratively, when he realized that everybody loved him, and he just knew that the other shoe was about to drop. Wait, what makes you... Now, hold on now. What makes you think that Jimmy slept with one of his girlfriends? And why his girlfriends is in quotation marks? Oh, you mean those girlfriends that were at when they first met with Chelsea. Damn. You are really observant. That is a good point. He probably did. It probably is that. They're trying to sell it like it's Jess, but that would make much more sense. Like, oh, you had me meet these women and you slept with one of them. Yep, you might be onto something. If that ends up happening, I'm gonna say you called it, Mr. No, not Mr. M Junior. First off, I'm gonna demolish your username every time because I can't. It's all the letters and numbers together. M Junior 3902. I remember that you said it first. It's hard to believe what Clay and AD got is genuine. You know, the thing is, and I said this about Clay before, I think that Clay wants to be married. And I see him differently even now than I did in the beginning. You know, at the beginning I was very much, he's not attracted to AD. He's just here. He's a recovering player. And while I do still think he's a recovering player and maybe AD isn't what he was expecting, now that he's aired out all of his dirty laundry about his dad and how he spent 23 plus years cheating on his mom, he has it honest that that's the way that he feels about women. You know, his dad would take him on infidelity trips. Is that not, that's, out of all the things that impact you as a child, that has to be something super significant to see your dad not only constantly disrespect your mother by cheating on her, but take you along, presumably, because if he said he was on these infidelity trips, then my only assumption is that he was meeting these women. That has to impact you as a child, and that has to impact how you move as a man and how you interact and how you view women. Yeah, if my dad was able to keep a wife, and that wife was my mom, and I love my mom and I love my dad, if he was able to keep a wife for 23, 25 years, and he was still able to pull women on the side, that's going to impact how you operate with women. I agree. He does need therapy. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's how my mindset has kind of changed. Like, at first I just thought he was being an asshole coming on here trying to play. But now I think he's just troubled and he needs to go work through that shit. He still doesn't need to be married. That has not changed in my opinion. But now I'm like, okay, he's not just an asshole. Like, he's an asshole with some trauma. You know what I mean? Listen, I would have got some pre-workout. You were ready to be his Not Sarah. Sarah. I cannot with you. I actually think Amy and Johnny make a good couple. I do too. Like, they balance each other out. I could see them getting married. I do think they're going to be the only people this season to get married. I got approached out in Hollywood about a reality TV show single episode, and when I went to the casting audition, they gave me this whole story they wanted me to use. Yeah, they do. They script it. Some of it is scripted. Yeah, I do think you're right about the fact that it's the girlfriend. Chelsea even brings up how she had boyfriends before that have cheated on her with their female friends. Chelsea is another one who needs a lot of therapy. And know that when I'm saying somebody needs therapy, I'm not trying to be like condescending, because I also am in therapy and have been for many years, and I believe in the power of therapy. And I know how important it is to heal. I'm not saying that to be condescending. When I say someone needs therapy, it's because I see that they're hurt and they need to go work through that shit. And I know that they're going to come out feeling better once they do work through it. Yeah, Chelsea has a lot of hurt inside of her. A lot. And I keep saying this. Her partner can't fix that for her. Her partner's not... I think in one of my videos, or maybe two of them, I said it's not her partner's responsibility to make her feel validated or to make her feel less insecure. And someone was like, well, I think it is her partner's responsibility to validate her. And I don't think it is. It's your partner's responsibility to hype you up and, and tell you all those things you want to hear. But at the end of the day, all those things you want to hear are not going to fix the internal problem that you have, which is that you are insecure about something within yourself. So when I say it's not his responsibility to validate you, what I really mean is it's not his responsibility to heal you, because that's healing that you need to do. And he's just not going to be able, no one. Even a therapist can't fix that for her. But what a therapist will be able to do is give her the tools so that she can work through it. But it's just, you have to acknowledge that when all is said and done, no man, no woman, no person, no child is going to be able to fix that for you. You have to fix that yourself. And I think people don't like to hear that sometimes. Like, oh, I have to put in the work. But no, the reason I have these image issues, or the reason I have this self-esteem issue, is because of how other people made me feel. So someone else should fix it for me. But no, unfortunately, the burden falls on you to fix it. It sucks. That's life. I've had plenty of things I've had to fix on my own that other people caused me, you know? And still am fixing a lot of shit. All right, let me catch up, y'all. Y'all typing a lot. I read slow. Chelsea, yeah, okay, we just talked about that. Clay wants to want to settle down. I feel that and I can see that. Same. He's having his guard up. I'm rooting for him in life, but not for him and AD on this show. So I'll say that. And yeah, we just talked about how they all need therapy, Clay and Chelsea. Also, I don't blame Laura at all for how she reacted to Jeramey after seeing Sarah Ann. I was actually disappointed. I didn't think Jeramey would do something like that. You know, I was not on Laura's side for a lot of this because I do think she's a little bit controlling. And I do, you know, she's admitted as much. And also her parents said it. I don't know if y'all caught that. When they were meeting with her parents were like, yeah, well, in the past, she's liked to walk all over men if they allow her. So, you know, she has that in her that she will do that if the opportunity arises. So I really wasn't on her side, but I can't defend somebody who did that. I just pinned this comment. I've been trying to rotate the pinned comments to, you know, create conversation so that you guys can see different people's point of views. I think it's pinned right now. Someone is saying that Reddit is saying, I love Reddit. They be coming with the facts. And sometimes not the facts. They're not always right. But they do be coming with the thoughts. Reddit makes you think. Reddit Love is Blind is saying that Jeramey, let me get these names right. There's a lot of names, child. Jeramey thought that he was going to trick Laura into thinking that he was still in the parking lot. This is parking lot gate. Because he probably left his phone in the car. And I need to go back and watch to see if he has an Apple Watch on, but they're saying if he was wearing an Apple Watch, then that Apple Watch is going to track his location. So he kind of got caught in a dumb way, if that's how that played out, that he was like, well, I'm going to leave my phone here, and Find My iPhone is going to say that I'm sitting in this one location for all these hours. But Find My Apple Watch is going to go with you. So if it is the case that he had an Apple Watch on and it tracked him all the way to east of Uptown, then that's how she found out. And good on her. Because that's kind of amazing that she was able to do that. So yeah, I don't blame her either. When the silence was so loud when she was like, you weren't in the parking lot. You were where Sarah Ann lives. He didn't have anything to say. I think the only thing he said was, that's bullshit. And then she went on to explain how she knew exactly where he was, or not how, but that she knew exactly where he was. They better ask about that. If they don't ask about that during the reunion, I'm gonna go ahead and re-sign that petition to get them replaced. Clay and AD have, I don't know if I can say that word, chemistry. But AD does not want him. You don't think AD wants him? Clay has actually surprisingly been open and vulnerable. He has been. Recently, though. He wasn't that open and vulnerable up front. And she hasn't met him with acceptance. Yeah, that's fair. But also my thing on that is, like, I don't know what's going, just like we don't know this about anybody. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, when the cameras aren't there. I don't know what's happening with them when we're not seeing it. I don't know what conversations they've had. So maybe they are fully aware that they're both going to say no when they get to that altar. I don't know why AD would be. She seems like she really likes him. That's interesting that you're saying she's not being as open. I have to think back on that and think, like, is she being as open and vulnerable with him? I don't know. You might be right. I'm going to have to look at it again from that lens. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to look. Oh, now it just bounced me all the way to the bottom. Also, shout out to the people who are watching but not talking in the chat. I appreciate y'all too. I don't always want to talk either, so just know it's all love. Is that a heart? Yes. It's all love, even if you aren't chatting. Happy to have you here nonetheless. It's too much to figure out on your own. Yes. What's the tea with Clay? It's more about the tea with Trevor, really. Clay, same old, same old. We know what's going on with him. It's more about Trevor today. God forbid if Clay does cheat, he's gonna say, I warned you this might happen. Ooh. You right about that. You right about that. I think anyone can benefit from therapy. Yeah. Same. I think everyone should go. Even if you don't think you have anything to work out, I think you should go. Chelsea is way too insecure to be on a show like this. There's nothing wrong with that, but she needs to work through it. And that's my thing. I think a lot of people were also taking some of the comments that were being left of saying she's insecure as being like, well, what's wrong with that? Some people have insecurities. No one's saying that anything is wrong. We're saying it sucks that she does. She should go get help for it. But also, you know what? It might make sense that she's on a show called Love is Blind if she's insecure about the way that she looks. But then why put yourself in the position to have to defend your looks? Why say I look like Megan Fox? Even though I know y'all gonna defend tooth and nail saying that, well, she just said it was the hair and eyes. I get that. But why even put that thought in someone's head knowing that you have a problem with whatever it is that you have a problem with yourself? And she might not have any issues. We might just be assuming that. Maybe she is perfectly fine with everything. But from what we are looking at, it seems that she might have some self-image issues. Why put yourself in the position to be judged, not only by the person that you're with, but America's watching, as Matt said, America's watching. You know they're going to say that you don't look like that woman. And by the way, I'm getting all kind of crazy lookalikes for her. Some people are saying Megan Fox. Some of y'all saying Adele. I saw somebody say something and I was like, what? I'm going to find that comment because somebody said something crazy. And I was like, y'all just coming out the woodwork with people who she look like. Chelsea's a person who needs constant validation. That's what I said. That's why I said it's not Jimmy's job to do that for her. I think she saw that Jessica was turning Jimmy's gaze and wanted to win. I tend to agree with that. Chelsea needs therapy. She's very insecure and putting her shit on Jimmy. Agreed. She continues to see we okay, good. So us right here seem to be on the same page. Chelsea's yelling you fed her who? Wait, what? Please explain that one. I'm confused. We need to come to relationships whole, not broken, seeking repair. A word. Listen. A word. How do I pin? I don't even know how to find that comment. I'm gonna have to scroll all the way. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's pin it. We need to come to relationships whole. And if you don't come to a relationship whole, at least be willing to work on it while you're there, which I don't think she is willing to do. I saw in a video this theory that Jeramey left the phone in his car. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we talked about that, yeah. I think none of these couples are going to get married. Y'all don't even see it for Johnny and Amy? I see it for them. I could be wrong, but I see it for them. Well, that's because he wasn't thinking it through. And that's another thing. I'm hoping that everybody peeped that he chose to share his location. Not that she was feeling a type of way and said, I need you to share your location. He chose to share his location. So if he chose to do that and still got caught, then baby, that's your bad. You should have been better. Because she didn't ask for your location. She didn't even want his location. And that's the thing. Your partner should, of course, validate you, but she's so insecure that it'll never be enough. That's what I'm saying. She needs constant validation. And that's draining. It's draining for somebody to have to do that all the time. Chelsea said when meeting Jimmy's girlfriends that she was ready for a relationship because she was very secure in herself. That's so far from the truth. I don't know. I don't say that from a place of hate. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think any of us are saying this from a place of hate. We really are saying, girl, we see it and we want you to get help. No one is being like, girl, get yourself together. Like, no one, I haven't seen anyone say it from that point of view. I don't think anyone can validate anyone. See, that's fair. That's fair. I think you can, but it's fair that you don't think that, because at the end of the day, it does have to come from within. Chelsea is getting annoying. I'm seeing that sentiment a lot. Chelsea is looking for a knight in shining armor and not a real person. That's some tea. With their own issues. She wants somebody who could fix. She doesn't want a real person who's going to come with real flaws. She's looking for a fixer. And, you know, she can find someone like that. There are people in the world who are fixers, who hop from person to person, relationship to relationship, trying to fix people. She can find somebody like that. But why would she want to be a project? You shouldn't want someone to have to fix you. It's not their job to. Um, listen, don't trip about your night, okay? It happens to the best of us. I love that you corrected it immediately too. That's me. I'm like, people need to know I know what I'm talking about. I know how to spell sometimes. Laura reminds me of the rich blonde from last season. Oh, I'm not gonna remember her name. I forget people. My memory is garbage. That's another thing. My memory is not always that great. So just know that sometimes I'll be forgetting stuff. Y'all seen what Trevor? Yes. We talked about the Trevor situation at the top of the live. Not the top of the live. What words am I using? But I guess it was the top of the live. Yeah, we talked about the whole little Trevor. I'm gonna go back too before we hop off of here to relook at that story and see if anything else came up. That won't work. The word is responsibility. Oh man, hold on. I'm not scrolling fast enough, but I want to read everything. Text to speech sucks. Listen, and I feel you on the text to speech spelling issues because I'd be like that too. Like if I accidentally am typing too fast and my thoughts are coming out too fast and I use the wrong there or something, I'd be like, no. I know how to spell. Don't judge me. I'm the same way. Whoo, Chelsea, whiny, and Jessica's arrogance. Listen, people are mad at Jessica's arrogance, but there is a very fine line between arrogance and confidence. And some would say that Jessica is just confident. She was a little arrogant in that last piece, though. What was she saying? Oh, when Jimmy sees me, it's going to be like dangling temptation. You all know it's true. Don't look at me like that. You all know it's true. That took me out. I watched that a few times. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too. He probably thought he was doing something by leaving his phone. Yeah, oh yeah. He 100% did. If that's what happened, he did. Jeramey's using that soft-spoken nerdy. Oh, and you know, I was saying that he was such a cute, soft-spoken white nerd. I was saying it. He got my ass. He got me. I've been played. Wait, hold on. Did I miss something? His parents basically said they raised a spoiled brat. Oh, her parents. You talking about Laura's parents? Yeah, they basically did say that. You know it's bad when your own parents say you're spoiled. Yeah, they were like, she be walking over people. I don't think AD would work long term. She seems annoyed. You know, another thing that's coming up a lot about AD is the fact that people are saying, you know, I'm getting a lot of flack. I'm not gonna say hate, a little bit of hate, but I'm getting a lot of flack for the whole saying that AD was right in bringing up the biracial children thing. And I have two of my biracial friends, my IRL friends, in this chat right now. One of them who I always talk about because she's the white passing one. You don't have to out yourself, but I always bring you up because, you know, it just be relevant a lot of the times. But about saying that AD was kind of justified in bringing that up. A lot of people keep going back to, well, how can she judge someone for raising a biracial or black child when she was just about to say yes to Matt? And I'm like, how are the two related? Y'all don't know that she didn't have that conversation with Matt. It's very clear from the edit that why am I blanking on his name? The asshole black guy that just dumped Brittany. See, he's an asshole, so I've already gotten rid of him in my mind. What is that man's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. It was very clear that Brittany never had that conversation with what's his name. So I think that's why it's different. And he's never dated outside of his race. AD has been very upfront that she has dated outside her race. I'm sure she has those conversations. She seems very pro-black and seems very on top of it with that. So I didn't understand the comparison of being like, how can she judge someone white when she dates white men? Well, she can because she dates white men. Like, she understands the problems that comes with it. So I didn't really understand why people were saying that. You think it was, well, okay, you don't, I was going to ask if you think it was planned. Yeah, we read the text too. We don't know that, we know that from what we can see, it was all planned, but we're trying to figure out just how real the situation is in the sense of, is this all a scheme for clout? Like, are they all in on it? Is Netflix in on it? Is the X in on it? Was Trevor, like, is it everybody in on it, or did this really play out the way that the text messages are saying it played out? That's my question. Yeah, Clay was slurping that soup. No decorum, just straight to the face. Oh yeah, he is. I don't really know that he's sick and contagious anymore, Casey, but he does still have a cough, and I did be like, you need to back up with that cough. And I need him to get rid of that cough because we got a lot to do in the next few weeks. AD gonna be like, that was so. Stop playing with her. She is not gonna say that. That was so powerful, King. AD isn't subtle in her facial expression. She's losing. You right about that. Her face will tell it all, just like mine will, though. I can't even lie. My face, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. My face would be like, bitch, don't try it. Megan Fox has me rolling. Even her hair is not black like Megan Fox. Listen, some people are saying that they see the Megan Fox in her. So, and I've had more than 2, more than 3, more than 4, more than 5 people say that. So some people are seeing it. Maybe she does get it. Is it possible that... Oh, Kenneth, that's that man's name. Ooh, do y'all know I really forgot his name? Is it possible that Kenneth could not get his head around marrying a person out of house? That's what I said, and I'm low-key being... I don't want to say dragged, but people are pushing... And I'm okay with people pushing back on it. But people are saying... Because I said... I started to notice that he changed the moment that he had that conversation with AD. And I think that was pretty damn clear. I thought that the way... I always have to say this. The way that it was edited and the way that it was presented to us, it looked like as soon as he had that conversation, and then he had the follow-up conversation at night with Brittany when he said, hey, I was talking to AD tonight. She brought up interracial children. And Brittany was like, I understand. But it feels like from the moment that conversation happened, the next time we see them is on the boat. And what is he doing on the boat? Sitting in silence. And Brittany was saying, I noticed that your attitude started to change when we got home. But for me, it was even before that. Like, I peeped an attitude change on that boat. He was more excited about them damn dolphins than he was about spending time with his fiance and having this amazing vacation with his fiance. He was more excited about the dolphins. So I do think it had to do with race. And, I did say that I feel like when he got home, he was maybe talking to some of his family. And, I don't know. That's how I felt in the moment. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But there is a part of me that still believes that because of the fact that he was on his phone so much. And also because of the fact that he said, yeah, my family, he said this. He said, my family might feel the same way. My family might have the same questions that AD had. They might want to know how we're going to do this. And he's mentioned being pro-black too. So I do think there is a world where he might have hit his people up after that and been like, hey, y'all, this is how this played out. And they were like, sir, it's a no for us. Is it a possibility that that's not how it played out and it could just be complete? It might not even be race. That's a possibility. But it's also a possibility that it played out the way that I think it played out and it had something to do with race. I don't think that's off the table. So, yeah. Matt had to be a paid actor. At this point, Matt is coming out looking real clean compared to Trevor and Jeramey and maybe somebody else. Jimmy, y'all said he had a girlfriend. Rumor, yeah, somebody did say that. I don't know who that is though. Rumor Willis. I'm gonna have to look that person up. Chelsea knew exactly what she was doing when she made that Megan Fox. Thank you. That's how I feel. She was trying to throw a little shot his way, like, you know what Megan Fox looked like, right? Yeah, that's me. But then she was like, but it's not fully me. It's just kind of me. But even if you're gonna say it's just the hair and the eyes, oh, it's just because I have dark hair and light eyes. In his mind, you know how to listen. We all are well aware how our brains work. We see what we see, and we can only draw conclusions based on what we know. So if you're saying Megan Fox, and he knows what Megan Fox looks like, and it was damn near a 50-50 chance that he was going to think Megan Fox was attractive, you took your shot on that one. You were hoping that he found Megan Fox attractive and that would give you a leg up. And it did. You could see it written all over Jimmy's face. He was like, can we get married now? You know, that might have been a joke, but I do think that influenced his decision at the end of the day. So, I think she knows what she was doing, too. I'm going to have to look up Rumor. Because y'all saying that... Oh, yeah. Carrie Underwood. That was the other one. Can we talk about Brittany and Ken's breakup? I didn't see that coming either, but I guess I could see Ken's point. If it's not natural, it shouldn't be for... I don't... But see, that's the thing. I don't think that... I don't think that it was because it wasn't natural. I think that, and I'm trying to find your message on my other screen so I can pin it. I don't think that I just found out I can pin them over here. I don't think that it wasn't natural. I think that Brittany was trying to have a conversation. I think she went to him with a conversation and was like, hey, I'm feeling a disconnect here. And his response was, well, if you're feeling a disconnect, then it's all with you, and that must mean it's a problem with you, and that must mean you don't like me. He went from 0 to 10 on that. And I was talking to my friend Casey about this earlier, because she was saying she kind of missed the part where people are saying that he gaslit her. But that's exactly it. We can all see that that man's attitude changed. So for him to be like, well, nothing has changed with me. Like, I'm still all in. I'm still good over here. If you're feeling that way, then that's a problem with you. That's your problem. Really, you're going to sit here and tell her that she's making all this up in her head, that something is off? No. No. She did not make that up. I don't think she made it up anyway. I think it was very clear that something was off with him. And when she tried to approach him and talk to him about it, he hit her with the, well, that's a you problem, baby. Like, he hit her with the, that's something you got to work. You know what I mean? And I think that was fucked up, to say the least. Oh, I think I scrolled too far up, because the messages keep knocking me back down. Like, read these new ones instead. Oh, I'm getting close. Hold on. There we go. I'm getting close. So that's how I feel about the whole situation with that. I don't think that it wasn't natural. I think he was looking for her out. Now, if y'all want to talk about other theories out there, there are also some people saying that he was texting an ex. That is also on the table. There are also some people saying that, and let me be very careful and choose my words carefully, because y'all not about to say that I said nothing. There are a lot of comments that I'm seeing of people saying that they think Kenneth might allegedly, so I don't get no, defamation suit, that he allegedly might be gay or bisexual or something like that, which I guess we should just get this out of the way right now. I don't have a problem with. So if you are homophobic, this channel isn't the place for you, because I'm not. I'm open to love whoever the hell you want to love, because why is that my business anyway? So if that bothers you, then I guess I bother you. But so I'm seeing a lot of comments that are saying that. I've been deleting the ones that sound homophobic, but keeping the ones that are just suggesting, like, I think he was texting an ex-boyfriend, or I kind of feel like maybe he might not be straight. Maybe he's gay. Maybe there's some, he's bisexual, which is fine. But then why come on a show where the show is heterosexual relationships? This is all theories in people's heads, which is everything. Even the stuff that I say is all theories, right? But if that turns out to be true, why are you here? And I've been saying that a lot for Clay. Like, why are you here? Don't come here. Unless, back to our other theory, it's all on purpose and it's just here for the drama. That's also a possibility. But I do know that when, I'm going to go back and look the name. I'm pretty sure it was a guy's name. When he made that, and that's something else we can talk about, but when he made that phone call, when he said, I'm getting ready to pack my stuff and come through, they put a name on the screen and they said, oh, this is Ken's friend, whatever the name was. I'm pretty sure it was a guy's name. And my thing was, one, why are you going to your friend's house? And that's what led some people to think it might have been a boyfriend. Because they were like, why are you packing a bag to go to your friend's house when you already have an apartment that we saw earlier? Just go home. I also don't like how he treated Brittany in that moment. She's sitting there crying and it was just so fucked up. Somebody pointed this out too. He took a sip of his drink and made like a face. I think I'm going to have to, I can't show it here because this live will get taken down if I stream something, but I think I'll put a clip and reference it in my Monday video. But he took a sip of his drink and basically made a face like, well, like, guess that's that. When she was sitting there crying, and before she started crying, I think he was like, you good, right? Like, you good? And she was like, yeah, I'm okay. And it's like, when everything is said and done, if you are claiming that you loved her, you proposed to her, and maybe that doesn't mean a lot to him, but if all of that happened, you at least owe her to treat her with some damn dignity after you're gonna break up with her, which in my opinion wasn't even a real damn breakup. He barely even said that they were breaking up. I was and this is I'll run it back and connect it all. I was laid off one time, and the way that I was laid off, my manager did it so fucking smoothly that he never said the words, "You're laid off, you're being let go." He just kind of said a bunch of stuff, and at the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm not coming back. Like, he never said it. That's what I feel like Kenneth did, you know? I feel like he said a bunch of stuff, and even though he did say the words, "This isn't going to work," I feel like he said a bunch of stuff and then was like, okay, bye. You know, I feel like he didn't give her a proper breakup that she deserved. So his entire handling of the situation was a big-ass thumbs down for me. So even if I'm going to say this is the reason why he did it and whatever the reason was, he still didn't have to handle it like that. So he's just a bad person in that situation. Not going to say he's a bad person overall. I don't know the man. But in that situation, the way that it was presented to me as a viewer, that's just how he was. He just handled it terribly, you know? How can I defend that, you know? Jimmy should have kept. You know what? Let's talk about this real quick too. Even because I know this was a few episodes back. Jimmy should have kept his mouth shut about AD's body. You know how I think that situation played out? And this is crazy because I'm going off of nothing. But I don't think the way that they presented that to us is that Jimmy said that out of nowhere. Is that he was just standing there and all of a sudden he said, "Yo, that girl is stacked." That's how they presented it to us. But that's not what I think happened. I think him and Chelsea were talking about everybody, saying like, "Oh, what'd you think of this person? What'd you think of that person?" And I think Chelsea prompted that conversation. I think, in that's just my theory. Like I said, all of these are just my opinions. But I think she might have said something like, "Oh, did you see AD? Have you met AD? Like, oh, she just looks so great." Even if it wasn't something to the effect of "she's stacked," I think she might have said something like that. And then I think they cut in to Jimmy being like, "Yeah, she's stacked." I don't think he said that shit out of nowhere. Now, he might have, but I don't think so. Especially because Chelsea said, no, I said it, so he's allowed to say it. Like, I feel like there was a bigger conversation had there. But who knows? Who knows? I still don't think that gives him a right. But what I'm saying is the way that it was presented, you know, it wasn't presented fairly, in my opinion. Johnny, yeah, I guess he kind of in a way does want to control her uterus, but he really wants to control her being on birth control, which I keep my flags close. You're not going to tell me I need to be on birth control. I'm also getting a lot of comments. I'll address some of that too, and I'll talk about some of this stuff in the video on Monday. A lot of people, because I mentioned in the video, men should be open to getting vasectomies because they're reversible. I didn't know this, but thank y'all for those of y'all who corrected me on that. Apparently, they're not always reversible, which is fair. I thought they were always reversible, and it's really expensive and all this. But, okay, if you don't want to get a vasectomy, that shouldn't have been the top choice anyway. Why is the conversation about a vasectomy? Why didn't the conversation begin and end at use a condom? So that just makes me believe that Johnny said no to that. You know? Because you don't go from, "I'm not on birth control" to, "You need to get a vasectomy." You don't do that. You go from, "I'm not on birth control" to, the logical next step is, "Okay, let's use a condom." And then if a man says no to that, then we need to start talking about other things. You don't jump from no BC to vasectomy. So I don't think I also don't think that's how that conversation happened. Y'all know we got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. They edit these things, like I always say. They edit these things, and the Netflix editors work overtime. Oh, they get made their money's worth with they editing. Her body, yeah, my body, my choice. Johnny wants to control her. Yeah, okay, y'all think Matt is going to be at the reunion? He better be there. He needs to be there. Why does it seem like almost every person that had two connection ends up wanting to explore the second connection? I said that a lot too. I saw that a lot this season. It seems like everybody has backups. AD is a fixer. She might be a fixer. She might want to fix him, but I don't know. Maybe he might be too big of a project. Chelsea isn't unattractive. That's the other thing. I haven't seen anybody say that either. She's not unattractive. It's just that She don't be looking like people she say she be looking like. And that's okay. You know? Very immature about handling. Yeah, she is. I haven't to see folks go in on his trifling. Wait, who? Y'all see Ken turned off his... Listen, those comments are off. He should have turned them off from the beginning. He know people gonna flame him. Oof. It sucks that he's a middle school principal, too. He should have been on his best behavior. His best behavior. You work with children. And not saying that he, treats the kids bad, but what I'm saying is people are going to have an opinion about you. What if someone who has a child that goes to your school is watching that thinking you're a terrible person now? Like, you gotta stay on top of that stuff. Y'all know he was gonna turn them damn comments off. Let's be serious. Mr. Only wants... Stop. That's what I'm saying though. That's his choice to not want to use a condom. So listen, I'm gonna give you the next best option, and if you don't want to do that either, then we have a problem. Jessica's overconfident. If people have been telling her all her life that she's a bombshell, then I can see why. She does have a chip on her shoulder. AD was right. Hey, host and chat. Hey, chat, please. Love that name, by the way. What's going on? Welcome to the live. Thanks for stopping by. You think AD will say no and Clay will say yes? I think it's the opposite. I don't know. I'm going to be putting up a poll, too, about the couples and who y'all think are going to stay together. Also, let me throw this out there. I am thinking of doing a teleparty. Have y'all heard of teleparty? For the reunion. So teleparty is basically like a place where you can go and watch things together with people. And it's not like this, like it's not video, it's just all chat. So while you're watching, you can interact with them. I'm thinking about doing a teleparty for the Love is Blind reunion, but only if y'all want it, because if y'all don't, then I won't. But just like so that we can talk while it's happening, or if not, if you're like a person that's like, I need to watch it while it's happening, then that's fair too. The only thing I for sure know about it is that you have to have an active Netflix account in order to join the teleparty, but I would be streaming it from my Netflix, and then I would share a link with you all, and then we would be able to talk about it. I'm going to put a poll up on my community tab too, so make sure y'all pay attention to that. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't know if people are down for it, but I thought it would be cool. Yeah, I can't believe you think Clay is gonna say yes. I just don't see it happening, but only time will tell. I didn't think she brought it up in a negative way at all. It was genuine concern for Kenneth. Yeah, I think that too. Kenneth is his name. Kenneth, can y'all believe I forgot that man's name? Look, don't give me a reason not to like you, because I'm gonna straight up forget who you are. I'm glad Kenneth didn't drag her to the altar. Same. It's probably all a big ass scheme for views at this point. I wouldn't ever expect genuine connection from the show. Really? Not even like a really good genuine? Sarah, stop. Not the $4.99. I love you. I didn't even hear the sound. Aren't I supposed to hear a sound? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Twitch. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Drag her to the altar is crazy, though. I'm glad he didn't drag her to the altar. Listen, I guess I'm a hopeless romantic. I do think there's still some hope for people to find real love. But not if Netflix keeps playing. See, if they keep playing the drama up, then no, nobody's going to have a real connection, because they're not going to put people on there who want a real connection. I feel like there was subtle tension between AD and Clay when meeting Clay's mom and sister. Was it subtle? Or was it there? Because even Clay's mom had to check him and be like, if you wanted to, you would. Like, she basically was like, if he wanted to, he would. So I don't even know if it was subtle. And then he came. Did you hear how he came at AD? When she was like, I'm not asking you to give up your career. Like, that's not what I want. And he was like, what do you want then? Or something like that. Something along the lines of that had played out. My issue is Kenneth didn't have to be so cold. Yep, same. He didn't have to be. He was very standoffish. Late to the live. That's okay, Wendy. I'll save it. I try to save all of them unless something crazy happens or a glitch or something. But basically, we just been talking about all of the above, the Trevor text messages and all that. I'm sure they filled you in by now because I'm still catching up on the chat. But we just been conversing about all the tea. Yeah, the shit did happen on vacation. I really think Kenneth is... Yep, see? Talked about that too. And I understand if he's a black man who struggles with his sexuality too. I get that. I know that they have it hard. So, if that's the case, I just need him to know we would have supported him no matter what. He didn't have to be this way about it. What else? Britt might have hit Ken with all the... Sarah, that's a bold statement. I don't even think that. Really? You think she hit him with all lives matter? I don't even think she did that. I think she's a genuinely nice girl. Now she did mention in the past that her family might be a little prejudiced, but I didn't get that from her. I didn't get prejudice or all lives matter from her. I will say that. That is a theory though. It's a theory. Hey. No, my chat isn't delayed. It's just that I'm going through every single one. It's just that I'm going through every single one. And I'm trying to like read it as I go through it. So I think it comes in real time for y'all and for me. It's just that I'm going through them all. Because I want to talk to everybody. Just realize that AD maybe needs to fire her therapist. She's aware about her fix-a-boy pattern, and she still get clears. That'd be awesome. Fix-a-boy is crazy. I'm gonna have to put that one in my back pocket. Tracy would chose Trevor. The ex-girlfriend situation would have been catastrophic. Ooh, man. I want Trevor on this reunion expeditiously. And the ex, from what we know, has come out and said that they're filming it this weekend. So the tea is hot. The tea is hot. Okay, hold on. Casey, thank you. Thank you for the... I don't know what these are called. But thank you. Let's celebrate the first super on a live stream. Okay, we're celebrating. Yay. I don't know how to celebrate other than that. Hold on. Okay. Oh, y'all, I'm catching up. Ken has proven himself to be as immature. Yep. I thought he was so mature in the beginning, but ooh, it came out very bad in the end for him. Even though AD said you can be a pro-black and love a white woman at the same time. And you can. That's my thing. Listen. Y'all know me in real life. Y'all who know me in real life. I am very, very, very pro-black. But I also have dated white men. And y'all know that I like white men. So it's not, two things can be true at once. You know? I'm married to a black man at the end of the day. But I do like white men and I do find white men attractive. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that two things can be true at once. You can be pro-black and like white men or white women or whatever it is. I don't like that people try to act like those two things can't exist. That doesn't make sense to me. At this point, from all the not the revelations, the revelations coming out, I think Matthew and Jimmy are the real nice guys. That's what I was saying. Shit, Matthew and Jimmy looking real good right now, and Clay too. I even give it to Clay because at least he's up front with his shit. And just editing made them look bad. Fair, just like fair, very fair. Yep. Was that the cutie situation or was that a different season? I forget. I feel that Ken and AD, the kind of talk his family and community have all the time. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people are missing that when you're black, that is a conversation that you have often. You do talk about these things. Racism and prejudice is such a big deal in the black community, especially in America, which is all I know, that we do have these conversations very often about race relations, about how we feel about the state of black people in the world. These conversations are normal for black people. And I think a lot of people don't understand that, which is fair because they're not, most of the people coming at me for saying that I felt like AD was okay in asking that aren't black. So they're like, how dare she insert herself into this relationship? No, she wasn't inserting herself into a relationship. She was inserting herself, if that's what you want to say, into a conversation about black people. And unless you're a black person and you understand that culture that we share and you understand that trauma that we share, then you just don't get it. And I can't help you understand it if you're not open to understanding it. And that's just how I see it. like I said, you might see it different. You might see it different because you are not black, and that's okay, but you don't get to tell me that I'm seeing it wrong when I'm telling you that I'm speaking from experience. And I'm telling you that matter of fact, I'm talking about race right now with a group of my friends on Instagram. We're in a group chat. We ended up on the topic of race. It didn't start off that way, but because it's such a natural way for us to converse and it comes up so often, we're talking about colorism right now, today. We're having a long ass conversation about colorism. These conversations are happen often and are thorough in the black community. So if you don't get it, then you just don't get it. I can't force you to understand it, but I'm also not going to let you tell me that I'm wrong for thinking that way when I'm telling you what my experience is. So that's how I feel on that. I feel like that's the biggest thing that people were kind of going back and forth with me about, is the fact that they don't understand why AD would say that and they think it's so rude. I don't think it's rude. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. I did say that maybe she wasn't the right person to bring it up. And really what I said was, I don't think she was the right person to bring it up at that time. I feel like it, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it negatively affected Ken's mood and attitude, because it did. I think once he had that conversation with AD, things changed for him. So it's unfortunate that she brought it up in that situation. And maybe she didn't have the right to bring it up. But do I think she did it in an ill-intentioned way? No. And is there a part of me that still thinks it was okay for her to bring it up? Yeah. And it's because of that shared black connection. I hear people who are saying that was a conversation that his family should have had with him. I hear y'all. But y'all just don't know what black people talk about. And that's okay. You gotta know. You gotta... Listen. Some of y'all not invited to the party, and that's okay. Some of y'all not invited to the cookout. That's okay, you know? Maybe one day you will be. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, the revelations. I feel like Ken and AD, yeah, that kind of talk is often. My man who is Jeremiah? That's his name? Ain't his name Jeramey? Jeremiah, though, thought he was slick. Yeah, the share my iPhone location thing. He sure did. I was annoyed with the talk of features and racist in the pods. It did upset me in the pods. Although I will say, when it comes to Kenneth, you can tell from his voice that he's a black man. And when it comes to AD, you can kind of tell from her voice that she's a black woman too. So, you know, sometimes you can tell. And I think in that situation, it's okay to acknowledge it. But you shouldn't be asking me about my features. No, because that's not what we're here for. Bruce Willis? I didn't know Bruce Willis was married to Demi. Wait a minute, Demi, what? Oh, y'all done told me something. I don't know. I'll be following Demi and Bruce, so I didn't know that they even had a kid together. Chelsea is very manipulative and is deeply rooted in her insecurities. Agreed. Can't believe Jimmy's a saint compared to Jeramey and Trevor. On a show like Love is Blind, I would never tell a guy I look... Nope, and I wouldn't either. We all saw his reaction when he said that. I wouldn't do it either. Now, she does not look like... I think she does look like Carrie Underwood. I immediately ran to Google and was like, let me see what Carrie looking like. I was like, I can see Carrie Underwood. I can see Adele, too. And I can see... Well, I can't see any of the others because I don't know what Rumor Willis looks like. And was I saying Mills? I be seeing letters upside down. It's the dyslexia in me. Laura ended her computer... Y'all need to stop. Listen, I'm not that good at words, okay? Spell check ruined words for me. I'm going to assume you know what that word means. I'm going to go look it up later, so next time I come on live, I'm going to know what the hell that word means. By trying to start taking zero responsibility for Jeramey's sharing the bean dip conversation. Oh, and did she? Let's talk about it. Did she take zero responsibility? Yeah. She didn't say any of that was her fault. And I talked about this too. Girl, it was your fault. You are the one who lit the fire on that bean dip situation. And I do believe that she told him to do it. I don't care. That's what I think. I think she did tell him. She might have thought it was a joke, but I think she told him to do it. I feel like Brittany was so sincere from day one with Ken. From day one. Ken was feeling her too. And then all of the... Yeah. And that's what I think too. She was genuine at first. That's why I'm saying the timing of the AD conversation was unfortunate because it did. I mean, it would have happened anyway, right? But I do think it caused him to, unfortunately, flip a switch. Well, go charge your phone if you haven't already. Ken blamed Brittany for reacting to his cold shoulder. Yep, surely did. Gaslit that girl and said she was tripping and it was all her fault. I think he was prepared to break up with Britt at that convo. She was just trying to have a conversation. Yeah, oh yeah. I think so too. I think that entire time, since they got back and he was on his phone and he was claiming it was work, some of it might have been work, but he was even on his phone as they were having that breakup conversation, which I've already explained. I don't even think was a real conversation. I think he was already hitting his friend up and talking to people and being like, this shit is going down right now. So I think it was, he had already planned. I agree with that. Y'all need to charge y'all damn phones. I know my phone be low all the time too. Ooh, it's actually charged right now. Whose house did he go to? I could see that in Clay as well. I've heard that too. People are saying that about Clay. People like me, I definitely think Kenneth struggles with sexuality. He was too aroused by AD and Clay kissing. Interesting. I took that as he just liked the black love. I could see Kim been on a down low. It would make me sad if he is and thought he had to hide it. That's my thing. I'd be sad if he thought he had to hide it too. But that seems plausible with him being so active in the church. Ooh. Speak on it, Sarah. I did get a little gay from him. But I tend to think everybody is gay. I felt like a little small. You tend to think everybody is gay. You do have a lot of gay friends, Casey. And you do love you some Todrick. So, listen, your radar might be top notch. Kenneth is in denial. That is still a thing. It's sad. Same thing happened with Carlton. Carlton? I don't remember who that is. I'm going to go look it up. Clay's vision board, he had TikTok as one of his goals. I'm going to go back and look at that vision board now. I didn't see that. Why is TikTok on his vision board, though? That's weird. Yep, Brittany did lean into the relationship. Full authentic. I agree. And he did treat her like she did something to him. When, from what we all saw, she didn't do a damn thing to that man. He is the asshole in this situation, from what I've seen. So disconnected and rude. Ken has some animosity towards her. Mark my words, I felt like he was pushing her a little bit. That's what I think. Specifically about the waking her up thing. I felt like he did it on purpose. He was trying to give her a reason to be like, what the hell is wrong with you? So she could break up with him and so he could look good. Because if you notice at the end, that's what he still tried to do, is say, well, that must be you. That must be you that has something wrong. I did think that he was behaving that way because he was insecure about Brittany not being attacked, craving him. Not okay, but I think he was shielding himself. I don't think he was shielding himself. Because I don't think that she was... That's the thing. I don't think Brittany was disconnected. I think he disconnected first. And then she found it hard to connect because he wasn't connecting. He was on his phone constantly. So it's only right that someone feels a type of way if, you know, they're unpacking the bags and they're putting stuff away and they're asking you which side of the drawer you want and would you prefer the right or the left side? Oh, do you want to order takeout tonight or do you want to do this? And you're just, yeah, okay. Then you've disconnected first. And of course that's probably going to cause most people to withdraw as well. So no, I don't think he was shielding himself. I think she started to shield herself. There was a snip picture from Facebook group where one of Ken's cousins stated that he is not straight. Interesting. Yes, we did hear that Trevor had a girlfriend. He changed all of our minds on him. I think a lot of these people on Love is Blind gaslit each other. Kenneth, Matthew, and Jimmy all gaslit their partners. I see Kenneth and Matthew. In what ways would you say Jimmy gaslit? I know I'm late on the chat, but I'm very curious about that. She was definitely owed dignity, for sure. He responded to how he was acting on the show and used a bunch of word salad to explain. Exactly, that's what it was, word salad. Jimmy and Matt looking like the good guys here, making me sad. I love his blind for the editing. Clay created the YouTube channel recently. All right, well maybe he did want to do TikTok. The editing is wild. I'm gonna check out his YouTube channel. Keep on being your beautiful black woman self. I got you. Oh, the world comeuppance. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. You know, it's hard. When I first, I mean, this is a longer struggle about my life, right? But I do still struggle sometimes with showing up as authentically myself because I don't think that I am what the world expects black women to be. Like, I'm not a stereotypical in a box black woman. I kind of fall in the middle for me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I listen to rock music, and, you know, I like things that people would say are not black. So I feel like sometimes I do struggle with showing up authentically, but I'm trying to do better at it because I've faked a lot of my life trying to appease people, and it caused an identity crisis. And I don't want to have an identity crisis anymore. I see the little red flag down there. Every time I feel like I'm catching up, y'all just type more. Which I love, by the way. But I really appreciate you for that. This is not a love song 206. Y'all got some long names. Y'all got some interesting usernames. It's entitled. Oh yeah, editor's definitely working overtime. Chelsea did say that AD was stacked to Jimmy in an earlier convo. See what I'm saying? The editing is crazy. See what I'm saying? They be trying to So now we're all in agreement that the editors made them look bad. Like, we can all agree that that's probably what took place. Tell me I'm stacked. She was trying to embarrass AD in a way. Yep. Agreed. She was trying to embarrass AD. Listen, tell me I'm stacked too. Y'all already know. I said I'm going to the gym to get stacked. The health is a secondary benefit for me, baby. I want to look good. If someone called me stacked, I'm going to say, yep, like a stack of pancakes. Listen, Aura, if you don't care, then it doesn't matter. But if you want to I need my camera to focus. If you want to up your ass ability, deadlifting and lifting weights. That's and treadmill on an incline. You don't even have to run. You don't have to be moving fast. You just need to walk upwards and deadlift. I deadlift 25 pounds now. That gets the ass. And squats and lunges with the weight. That's consistently do that. You will be surprised how stacked your ass will become. Like, this morning when I was in the gym, I was like, girl, it's starting to pay off, girl. I see you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't looking at myself before, but I'm feeling like the cakes are giving cake, you know? Like, stack of pancakes is crazy. Not a condom and a pull-out method. Listen, if it's working, okay? But the problem is not really whether or not that works, is that it doesn't seem that Johnny is open to doing it, right? Well, he might be open to the pull-out method, but he definitely doesn't seem open to condoms. And I don't think that Amy is open to the pull-out method. Sarah, be so serious. You are stacked. When you get that compliment, I need you. Don't make me Sarah, because you already know. Your ass is fantastic. Stop playing. Stop trying to be humble in this chat, because you already know. When I first met Sarah in person, because we met on Instagram. We met on Instagram a few years back, and then we became IRL friends. I was like, God damn, she looks so good. She looks so good. Your ass is outrageous, Sarah. Please. Please send me some. Just a little piece of ass. Chelsea says securities cause her to silently compete. Listen, and you are not wrong. She feels like everyone is competition because of an internal feeling that she has. You're absolutely right about that. The second round of episodes had a more positive opinion of Jimmy. I agree, because that's when my opinion kind of started to change on him, where I was like, maybe it's Chelsea. Like, maybe she just put too much on him. So I agree with that. He does have his cons, as all of us do. But I feel like he's trying to be understanding, but it's not fair to either one. It's not a healthy relationship. That's it. That's all. Everyone should be entitled to attend the reunion. We can't have another... Ooh. I don't even know if entitled to attend. I think they need to write it in the contract that they need to attend the reunion. They can slip that right on in. NDA until the show comes out, and you have to be at the reunion, because they were able to get out of a lot of questions by not being on that stage. You need to be put in the hot seat. By the way, does anybody know if they're going to try... I don't think they will, but are they going to try to do the reunion live again? I never liked Trevor. You never liked Trevor? Why do you never like Trevor? I went digging on his IG and saw he follows a bunch of former... Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair. Like I said, I try not to look into them because I want to be authentic and just presenting what I see on the show. So, hey, if he was following them, then that makes sense. I do not need Kenneth teaching me anything from the Bible. Speak on it, because I don't either. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's always black women that don't get the screen? Oh, you're not. No, everybody's that is a very agreed upon consensus that they don't get. They put black women in the trailer, but they won't put them in the actual screen time. They gave us AD. That was their gift to us, and they probably gonna run that back next season. Yes, TikTok on Clay's vision board, which I'm gonna go look at as soon as I'm off of here because I missed that. I gotta figure out which episode that was in. Probably the one where they went to his house. That makes the most sense. Good point about Ken being a school teacher and knowing his student. Yeah. He didn't think that one through. It's not just you. We get 1.5 Oh, man. It's so true. It's so true. Man, I'm gonna go on Love is Blind for class. Listen, you go on Love is Blind, I'm gonna be there rooting you. I'm clapping for you. I'm rooting for you. You go get that clout. As long as you go in there. I was actually talking to Sarah about this. If I were going to go on Love is Blind, if I were a single woman, and I was going to go on Love is Blind, I would meet the love of my life, and then I would play my fucking cards to a T, just like Lauren and Cameron did. Do y'all peep how they have never been a problem? Their love is genuine first, so they found their person, and I mentioned this earlier, but I'm rewatching season 1 because I want to pull some stuff from there to talk about as far as race and how they handled that. And I don't know if the editing was just different back in season 1, but they got engaged episode 1. They decided on each other episode 1. They told each other they loved each other episode 1. Locked that shit the fuck in and went about their business. And they have been getting the bag ever since. If you're going to go on for clout, play it like that. Go to find somebody real, and when those cameras are off, y'all talk about how y'all gonna continue to milk this for as long as y'all can. I do not see a problem with that. What I do see a problem with is people who go in there and try to act like they're there for love. They're really not, and they just want the clout. You're never gonna get the clout from me, not from me. But Lauren and Cameron played those cards perfection. It's amazing how well. And I'm not even saying that they played and they thought to do this. But what I'm saying is they should be the blueprint for anybody going on Love is Blind. They did it right. If anybody did it right, they did it right. You go in there, you meet your person, y'all get married, y'all go get the damn bag. End of story. Y'all share what y'all want, and y'all keep the rest of y'all shit private. It's as easy as that. I don't understand why more people aren't doing that. Like, did y'all learn nothing? Did y'all learn nothing from season 1? AD better not say yes. AD is turned off my claim. Mark my words. Hey, if some of y'all think that, then that's what it is. I don't know if she's turned off by him, but maybe her face do be kind of saying she's turned off though a little bit. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Yeah, you are not alone. TikTok on his vision. Okay, y'all keep saying that, so I'm definitely going to go check that out. I'm definitely going to go check out TikTok on his vision board. Listen, I'm going to have to read faster. Because I know y'all like, girl, get to the ones that we already said. The Lord's work. Aw, thank you, Sarah. Has so much in this season, but it's just good TV. Yeah, that's the thing. At this point, it's just ratings. I do hope we get at least one couple out of it. I feel Jess got from... Wait, is there an R in there? No. I feel Jess got a form of filler surgery. Oh, some form. Got some form of filler surgery, and that's fine. Yeah, listen, no problem with that. Do what you want to do. I'm probably not going to get in because I'm terrified of surgeries, but if you want to do that, that's your business. That's your prerogative. And maybe she used to be insecure, hence why she's... you know what? There might be some truth to that. Because I didn't realize that I was an insecure person until I had my very first therapist tell me years ago. Because I struggled a lot. I mean, I'm much better at it now, but still struggle sometimes and struggled a lot with social anxiety, which caused me for all of my childhood and a lot of my adult life to be very reserved. And I didn't realize until my therapist told me that, like, you're a little insecure because you feel like you don't have a voice. You feel like you can't speak. Now look at me. I'm on YouTube Live. She'd be so proud. But I get that because I am a little extra confident, you know, when I'm feeling it because of the fact that I feel like I've come so far. So I can see that happening. The producers need to stop shipping from models and talent on the show. Man, I just want a real season. I said this too. I think I posted in Discord and somebody's like, can you clarify that? Before the season came out, I was like, I just want, like, it looks like these people are going to be normal, and I'm so happy to get a normal season. And they were like, well, what do you mean by normal? I mean, everybody's not rich. There's some real people. It's some real love. It's some real like, I want a normal damn season. Like, is it that hard to just give? We want reality. We want some real in our reality TV. I don't understand. I hope AD knows that if a man is willing to embarrass her, ooh, I hope AD does know that. I hope a lot of the women and some of the men on this season know that if somebody's willing to do that, they'll do it behind closed doors. Brittany dodged the biggest bullet. I'm so happy for her. I know that hurt her in that moment, but ooh, I hope she is thriving. She's somebody I'm definitely going to go follow. I hope she is living her damn best life and Ken is getting dragged. From what I've seen. I hope that's what's happening. Not saying you've been insecure to get filler, but I feel like just as being... I look good, so Jimmy will like me, and Chelsea isn't. She's definitely saying that. No doubt about it. Fire her therapist. I think Brittany was genuine and open to love. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we have to be open to saying maybe there's something we didn't see, but I feel like Brittany was genuine as well. Ken for being such a Christian, making us real believers. I've seen a few people say making people look bad, making us look bad. Thank you. He could have saved her time and everybody else's time. Everybody else's time. That's why his comment's off. And that is why. After the Altar special. I don't think I've ever watched After the Altar. But maybe I will. If y'all gonna be watching, maybe I'll watch with y'all. Don't know if I do commentary on it, but we could talk about it on Discord or something. Clay may have some issues with women because of his parents. Yep, I talked about that. His dad his dad gave him trauma, and he needs a therapist to figure that out. Nobody can fix that for him either, just like no one is going to fix Chelsea. It makes sense as to why Trevor was only fixated on one woman. He was trying to stay... He was trying to stay faithful and not... You might be onto something. Love is love is love. But you might be onto something with that now about Trevor trying to lock down one person. And maybe he felt like, ooh, thank you. She picked somebody else, so I'm good to go here. That could have happened. Yep, she was pro-black but still fell in love with her man. And that's the thing. People forget, and I understand because I forget a lot of stuff too. They tend to forget that Lauren was, in fact, nervous about that. She was like, ooh, I don't know, like, how are we going to mesh? She said that. It wasn't, you know, all rainbow. She was nervous about the fact that he was a white man. People want to pretend like that didn't happen because of this AD and Ken situation. But don't worry, I'm going to be reminding them on Monday because that's the reason I'm kind of speed watching season 1. I'm going to be doing it over the weekend to bring up the fact that, yes, they did have conversations about race and it wasn't all good all the time. They're just better at handling their situations, whereas it seems like Ken didn't want to. Point blank, period. Matthew is crazy. That America comment was too much. I feel like a lot of people were saying he might be on the autism spectrum, which would make sense to me. And just the way that he kind of moved and said things, that I could see that as a possibility. Yeah, you have to talk about it because it's all we know. Black people have it more than white people. I'm in an international marriage. I think you mean interracial, but maybe international. And we never viewed it that way. Yeah, that's fair. Of course, it's gonna be different from relationship to relationship, but I know that in my interracial relationships, and I will say this, I even get that sometimes it's just so different. And this wasn't really about race with my very first boyfriend, but it ended up being more about class. He was and this is going to sound crazy, but he was just too well off. He came from a really wealthy family and basically just had all of his life had things handed to him. And it just came down to the fact that we were too different fundamentally to ever be good together because he didn't understand. I was busting my ass to go to college and I was working, and he was a little older than me, so he had already graduated college from a really, prestigious university. And when he left that state and came back to California and, post college, his parents let them move into their other house, not a back house, their other house that they owned. And he just constantly had things, and I was like, you don't get it. Like, I'm busting my ass, and he would be like, well, why don't you just do this? Or why don't you just do that? It's like, no. So people, in some situations, those type of things can be worked out, but sometimes it may just come down to the fact that you are too different, whether that's class, whether that's race, whether that's whatever it is. Sometimes it works out that way. But I was 18 when I dated him. People trying to give Ken a pass for being 25. That's a grown-ass man. Let's get it together. That's not that young. That's not that young in the sense that you should know better, I love and respected the way Brittany... hold on, I'm trying to read this name. Oh, y'all know I can't read usernames. Kyrp? It looks like syrup, but it also looks like Kyrp. This is a very good positive chat. Thank you so much. Love that for us. I try to keep it positive. Look, I try to open it up for different opinions. Like I said, everybody's not going to agree all the time. I want us to be able to talk about different opinions, even if you think something that's different about race. If you come to it from a respectful way and you are open to having the conversation, we can converse all day. Just don't get disrespectful, because my block game is strong. I'm just going to delete your comment, block you, and then you will never see me again. We're just going to keep it pushing. Like, I don't want the negativity. We can have nice conversations and not always agree and still end up being good, Let's see. Moving down. Loved and respected the way that Brittany asked Ken about that conversation. Yeah, she was so nice about it, and she came from such an understanding place. Not having to think about race constantly is a privilege we don't have. Exactly. That's another thing people don't get. Every day I walk outside, and that's why I was saying, it's worse to me for someone to be like, I don't see color. What do you mean? We're just humans. We all bleed red. I don't see color, but you do. You do. It is the first thing you see about me, outside from the fact that I'm very short, which y'all wouldn't know unless I tell you. You're going to see my color, so don't tell me that you don't see that. The goal is not for you to not see color. The goal is for you to see my color, acknowledge it, respect it, and not think less of me for it. And people don't understand that. They go, well, I want to treat everybody fairly. Everybody is the same. No, that's just not the world we live in. We need to be realistic about the world we live in. Because if we're not realistic about the world we live in, then we can't help the people who need help. And if you go through life thinking that, and I don't want to talk too much about this because it's just, I don't want to get into, I try to keep politics out of my channel. But race, unfortunately, ends up being political. If you go through life and you can't admit that black people have a different experience in life, especially black people who look like me and black men, if you go through life thinking that my experience is not going to be different from a white person's experience, then when I'm telling you that police brutality is real, when I'm telling you that I'm scared when I get pulled over, you're going to tell me I'm making that up because you don't see me as any different. If you don't see color, then you don't understand why that would be happening to me. And that's why in 2020, when everybody was forced to sit down and watch because nobody could leave the house, everybody was like, I had white friends reaching out to me, people who I hadn't spoken to in years, texting me like, I get it now. I didn't know it was this bad. Open your eyes. Hello, it's right in front of you. But a lot of people didn't realize that until they were forced to sit and look at it. So sometimes it takes something like y'all to be forced to look at it to understand that we're not making it up. And, God, I don't want to get emotional. I never watch, I never watched that video. I don't watch any videos of, girl, do not cry on live. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. I never watched that, video, because it ends up living rent free in my head, and I don't want to have that image of somebody who looks like me, somebody who looks like my dad, being put in that position and crying out for help, and nobody fucking helping him because they think that it's okay that he's treated like that. So anyway, y'all not gonna make me cry alive. Y'all not gonna get me to go there, but and that's why, I can't. That's why I get so passionate when somebody tells me that they don't see color, because if you don't see color, then you don't see why that was so detrimental to me as a black person. And so then we can't have a conversation. we will never see eye to eye if you can't explain why that was triggering for me. Okay, let's get back to Love is Blind. Whew, yes. Not having to think about race constantly is a privilege that we do not have. I feel it was funny how AD was so excited to be. Oh yeah, it is frustrating. It is. That's why I stopped watching the videos. I haven't watched a police brutality video since Tamir Rice, because I watched that video and it was just so fucking ruthless. I don't know if y'all remember his case, but just how quickly it happened. There was no compassion given for that child's life. The police car barely stopped rolling before he got out, and you did what he did to that child. So ever since then, I was like, and that image is I will never forget that. So ever since then, I was like, I can't. It's triggering for me. I already have to avoid social media because everybody shares black trauma. In 2020, you can ask Casey and Sarah, I was so depressed, so anxious in 2020 because I was being bombarded with people who wanted to reach out to tell me how they feel, which I get. People who wanted to tell me that they understand, which I get. Like, I appreciate that, but I don't want to have to. I go to Instagram to get away from the news. I don't watch the news because it's always something bad. And in 2020, I was just being bombarded with all these videos and black squares and performative, allyship and all these things that just kept re-triggering me. And it was like, what are y'all going to do when this is all over and you get to go back outside? You're going to forget about us. And a lot of people did. So I actually ended up deleting my Instagram for several, when it all ended, I think it ended up being about a month that I went completely off of Instagram because I was like, I'm not in a good place mentally. I can't see another video or screenshot from something that I had chosen for myself not to watch. You know what I mean? So it got to be too much. That was one time that I literally pulled social media from my phone. I was like, I can't. This is just, I'm spiraling. I'm fucking spiraling, and I can't have another conversation about it. So, yeah, it gets rough, and that's why when people were coming to you and saying, "Why is it always about race?" Because it is. That's why. Because it is. That's my answer to the question. Why is it always about race? Where was I? AD was so excited to be with a white man, having a feeling Matthew was white, but was trying to have that conversation with Kenneth, almost trying to make him. But do you think she was trying to make him walk on eggshells, or was she just giving a heads up? Because, like I mentioned, she's dated white men before, so maybe she was, because she did ask him, like, have you dated outside your race before? So maybe she was just like, hey, have you guys thought about this? I don't know. I don't think it was coming from a place of, let me ruin this man's relationship. I just don't see that. I don't see it that way. It definitely affected Ken, but her intent was not malicious, and that's what I think. It did. I'm able to say that it did impact him, and he was kind of messed up after it. But I don't think that was her intention to cause that. And I hope that they talk about that at the reunion, and she gets a chance to speak on that, because I do feel like a lot of people think she did it on purpose, and I just don't see it that way. Now, she might have. I could be completely wrong, but I'm saying I don't see it that way. If you plan on marrying a white woman as a black man, you need to understand what that will mean. Speak on it, Casey. My biracial sis. Speak on it. Casey know what's up. Casey's speaking from experience. Most times you can tell. As a black woman, I would not be able to tell that AD is black. Interesting. I think I could pick it up. I'm gonna have to now that I know what her face looks like, I might not be able to do it. I was gonna say I would listen to her voice without looking at her, but I don't know, maybe. But just go with it. Don't ask about it. I'm sorry, but I feel AD putting on a fake voice when talking. She might be code switching. Black people tend to code switch a lot. Sometimes unintentionally. I've had to teach myself not to do it. Sometimes I still catch myself doing it. Because we've had to do that to make it through life. They got hella kids together. Nay, grown-ass kids our age. Sis, hold on. I'm scrolling down. Hold on. I think I finally made it to the end. Or not. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Hold on, yo. I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Oh, wait. Hold on. I went too far up. Laura is weird. I'm around. Oh, people were saying Natalie Nunn. That, yeah, she kind of looks like Natalie Nunn. You can, yeah, okay. You can tell it is black. She does not look like Carrie. Who is next? My God. I think she looked like Carrie Underwood. People are saying Natalie Nunn, which I can see. I agree. 80's voice could pass for other than black. Yeah, she might have a little bit of a code switch situation. The bean dip was not a big deal. I don't get why AD was so upset. I get why AD was so upset. I think she felt violated. I think she felt like, why would you have your man come do this to me? And I think she felt further violated because Laura wasn't even willing to hear and understand that. She was like, y'all are tripping. I don't even know. Like, arms folded. What are y'all talking about? I didn't say that. It was a joke. And, like, imagine you feeling a way about someone. Basically, now the jury is still out, but it could be said that she told him to go SA her. If you're trying to explain to someone why you think someone could have felt that way about it, because even if AD didn't feel that way, I think Clay, I don't know, the jury's out on that too. But maybe if Clay felt that way. If you're trying to explain to someone why this was potentially harmful, and they go, oh my God, it was just a joke, that's going to make you feel away. That would definitely make you feel away. AD's voice could pass for either. Okay. She does not look like... She does look like Natalie Nunn. Yeah, it's definitely the chin that y'all are going after. Why would a woman jokingly disrespect another woman's body? And that's the thing. I do feel like it started off as an inside joke between them, and she should have kept it that way. Laura is weird. You absolutely cannot be pro-black and date out. You don't think so? I don't know. I think you can be. I think you can be because I am. I think you can be pro-black and date out. Look at all the other successful groups. The Asians, Jewish, they are pro them and date each other to maintain the health of their culture. This is a conversation for another live, but if you really want to talk about the health of black culture, we have a lot of work to do within ourselves before we can even talk about keeping it in the family. Let's be serious now. Let's talk about it if we're going to talk about it. Because a lot of black men won't even date women who look like me. If y'all want to be straight up about it, I've gotten a lot of positive attention from white men that I haven't gotten from black men who look like me, because they don't like black women who look like me. So the black community has a lot of healing to do within ourselves when it comes in regards to broken homes and colorism and all these things, that I do not subscribe to the idea that black women should just date inside their race, because a lot of black women have been rejected from men inside of their race. So we have to fix that first before we can talk about keeping it in the culture. Yeah. Brittany dodged the bullet. Shirley did. Kenneth low-key wanted AD. That's what other people are saying. But you also think he's gonna know. You can see those races have actual social currency. There it is. That's what I just said. He wanted both of them. Stop. He wanted both of them. Carlton was bisexual. Oh! because I was just rewatching season 1. Carlton was the one who was he the one who was bisexual but didn't tell his fiance until after they were together, or am I thinking of somebody else? I was like, well, damn, he was waking her up and he shouldn't have woke that girl up. I already said how I feel about that. It's not bad to date outside your race, but you are not pro your race when you date out. We disagreeing, girl. We disagreeing on that. You agree and you're not pro-black? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever... Well, I'm not going to say I've never heard this point of view. But I don't think I've heard it recently because so many black women are dating out. And it has become a lot more normalized. And interracial relationships are, you know, becoming more common. I haven't heard that argument in a very long time that you can't be pro-black and date out. I would actually love to have a deeper conversation about that, but I'm going to hold it for this live. Maybe I'll do another one that's not Love is Blind. Because I'm curious to know y'all thoughts on that. After the yes, we do think it's possible that Kenneth has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Allegedly. Do not send me a cease and desist. I'm pro-black woman. Love that for you. Love that for me. Kenneth was married. Y'all doing too much. Y'all done said about 3 of these men was already married and or in a relationship and or engaged before they got here. What is happening? Jimmy gaslit Chelsea by saying he didn't spin AD. Oh, he didn't spin her though. Did you see my that AD video, that updated AD video that I did? He didn't spin her. It looked like a spin. I will give you that. It looked like a spin. But what actually happened was, now they were holding hands, which they shouldn't have been doing. But they were holding hands, and then AD turned around and did like a ha 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 because she was laughing at somebody. And his arm just happened to go out with her. But he didn't spin her. Unless it was at another part in that episode, he didn't spin her. Now, did he hold her hand? Yes. He should have admitted to that. Kenneth wanted both of them is crazy. The fact that they are married with their group is why we have the social currency. Marsha. Not Marsha. Jan just wanted to live her best life, y'all. Y'all think Jess and Jimmy John gonna get together? I do, at the end of everything. Coming in with the tea. Their money is in the black community, but we are constantly giving it away. Woo, yeah, that's a much bigger conversation. There's a lot that can be said about keeping money within the black community, too. I have thoughts and feelings on all of those things. But if we're going to talk about that, I would want to hold space for that to be an actual conversation because it's a much deeper conversation. I'm not against having conversations like that. When I first started my YouTube channel, I did a different type of commentary. I did like a social commentary. And it was actually probably about a year ago now because it was during Black History Month. And it was on the soft black girl aesthetic and how black women are not given space to be soft. And I talked about that, and I talked about all of those kind of connected things and how black women are expected to be strong, and you know, they're just not, people don't hold space for them to be soft and to have lives that don't entail struggle. So there's a lot, it's a much deeper conversation than what we can have right here, right now about the black community, how black women are viewed, how black men are viewed. And it's not a conversation that will ever end because there's so many intricacies with it that it would just need to be like I said, a much bigger conversation. Oh, listen, we give away our currency because we don't own anything. See what I'm saying? Don't get me on a tangent because I'll talk about that all day. Should have said spoiler first. No, did somebody get something spoiled? The sneak peek with AD mom, I did see that. She was saying like, if he doesn't respect you, then he's not meant for you. Not a crepe, stop. That's what I'm saying though. Even if you starting from crepe, you can build up to cake. You just gotta lift. It's really lifting. It's weightlifting and walking on an incline. That'll do it. AD deserves the best. She's so unproblematic, and man, her body goes, ooh, I know she be eating good, because it's the eating part that's hard for me. I can go to the gym 5 days a week, but if you put some ice cream in front of me, I'm going to eat the ice cream. Like, we're not playing. Lambskin condoms are great. I wish I could just sit down and question those two. Forgot their names already. Lambskin? I didn't know they was doing that. You're super cute and cool. Love your hair. Thanks. I just, stretched it out with my rev-air. You know, hence the name, I am a natural girly, but most of the time my hair is protective styled. So y'all might not see it out in a very long time because I try not to wear it out. Because these type 4 ends, they start ending. They start breaking off. So I got to keep it protective style. But, you know, it be cute sometimes. It be bonneted 90% of the time, to keep it real. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Ken also came across as cold and showed no empathy. Yeah, that was the thing we were saying. Is like, he didn't even try to care about that girl. Just overall, just looked like a bad person. I hope they grill the mess out of Ken for gaslighting. Well, not with his comments off. He might not even show up. He might not even show up at the damn reunion. Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. His school is probably like, sit your ass down. Don't you show up on another reunion, another show. Don't you say nothing. Be quiet. His school is probably telling him to sit the hell down. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't show up at it. I'm not even gonna lie. He gonna get cooked. Yep, they did say that about AD, and as far as her laugh or scroll, as far as her being dark skinned. Yep, I agree. I just backed up to the beginning and saw the Trevor stuff. I was floored with yeah, the Trevor stuff is hot tea. It's hot tea. I'm waiting for that to unfold. Amber and Barnett. Oh yeah, Amber and Barnett. Yes, they were very cute together. Love them. Love that for them. They were very cute together. I also love Bliss and what's his name. Even though he fumbled the bag in the beginning, but he went back to who he knew he should have been with. I think they're getting ready to have a baby. I love them. Love them together as well. So that's what I'm saying. If they just do the show like they need to do the show, we can have some real love out of this. Damn, did I just now catch up to the Lauren and Cameron stuff? You couldn't go on Love is Blind and move too fast. Could you do a Married at First Sight? Kind of the same situation, but different, same but different. They are so beautiful together. We're gonna slow down the chat so you can catch up. Love y'all for that. Yeah, I'm really trying to like hit everybody, so I know I'm reading slow, but thanks for y'all patience. I also am probably gonna leave probably in about 15 to 30, I don't know, because I'm sure my husband wants to eat and I want to eat too. And we need to go to the store this weekend, so we will be ordering in tonight, so we gotta figure out what we want. He should already be figuring out what he wants, but I don't know. Anyway, Jess does have an unnatural face. Okay, not unnatural face. Listen, I don't care if she had work done. She looked good. The girl looked good. Didn't have the same star power, and that's fair and that's fine. They might not want to be out in the limelight like that. I'm so ready for Wednesday. I've never watched any of the Love and Hip Hops. I know that's what Cardi B was on, right? I never watched any of those though. I definitely believe Matthew is on the spectrum. Yep. Do we think Matthew went and got Amber, hence his last comment? I think he might have. I would love to find out. Yeah, the class. Oh man, that class difference was insane with me and my ex. Ooh, he just has so much white privilege. It was overwhelming the amount of privilege that man had. Oh man. As a fellow 25-year-old, Ken knew good and damn well what he was doing. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving him no leeway on he's just a baby. He's a 25-year-old baby. No, he's a 25-year-old grown man. Do better. He's a principal. He should be a mature principal. I know Ken is wrong, but it seems like he's struggling with something major. Hurt people. But again, go fix that. You know? Go fix that. It's not, you can't treat people like that. You just can't treat people like that. You can't treat people like that. And that was something that I had to realize within myself too. For a very long time, even though I knew I had a lot of fucking issues from childhood, for so long I was like, I don't need therapy. But that shit gonna catch up with you eventually. Eventually, go sit your ass down on somebody's couch. Go sit down on somebody's couch. Go have a conversation once a week for an hour. You need that. You need that to heal. You definitely need that to heal. Ken seems to be, yeah, he does have something on. I hope he finds that healing that he needs, and I hope he's open to going to get that healing. I want you to see it and respect it. Absolutely. Girl, if I cry on live, I'd be all over TikTok. YouTuber cries on. I don't know. Y'all might get me one day. If we do have that conversation about race, it'll probably happen because, you know, I'm very passionate about it, and I just want everybody to get the hell along. Like, why can't we just do it? Why can't we just do it? We can just be happy. Racism doesn't have to exist, guys. We could all be living life just fine. I don't understand. I don't understand teaching a child to be racist. That's weird. That's weird. Is that not weird? Like, you can just teach that child to be happy and love people, but you're teaching it to be evil. You know? Why'd you do that? At the core, it doesn't make sense. If you don't admit seeing color, you can't identify. Exactly. That too. You have to be open to identify your own biases. Can't watch them anymore. Neither can I. Police brutality video since 2016. I wonder if that was around Tamir Rice. You can't unsee. Yes. Definitely take care of your mental health first, always. You gonna give me grace? I have the other chat popped up on this side, and I have the one I'm scrolling through on this screen. You gonna Kenneth me and give me grace? What grace am I going to be given? Thank you. I appreciate that. I love how he phrased it like that. It was so condescending. If I have a bad day, what grace am I going to be given? None. You don't get none now. You don't get no grace now. I don't know why Matt doesn't have an Instagram. Was anybody able to find it? AD was in no way problematic. Girl, if AD told Clay to bean Dev Laura, and would have been an uproar. I'll reserve judgment on AD in hopes that she brought up Ken raising white children. Fair. Hold that judgment. Laura didn't handle it well at all. Don't get me wrong, but she was not touched, so I didn't get why it made her feel. Okay, that's fair. Before talking to Laura, I think she saw Clay upset about it, and she was like, "Well, let me go explain to this girl why he's mad." Yep, it is. It's like an unsolicited booty slap. And in the black culture, we still brown paper back. Yep, colorism. And how do we teach others about our culture without being open to relationships outside? Fair. I love your channel and your vibes. I really enjoy your content and doing a live, so thank you for sharing your... Oh, not thank me for sharing my time with y'all. Thank y'all for taking your Friday night where you could be out doing literally anything and spending it with me. I've been doing these lives. I did them the entire month of January, and Aura started coming in. I don't know if Aura's been here since the beginning, but shout out to you, Aura. Don't know if you've been coming in since the beginning, but you've been to a lot of my lives, and sometimes it's just me and Aura. Sometimes it's just me and Aura. Sometimes it's just me, Aura, and Sarah. We just be sitting here talking. Whether people come or not, I'll hop on if I say I'm going to hop on. If nobody comes through, then I'll say bye, and I'll post it, and we'll try again. But I appreciate y'all sharing y'all time. I'll take the time to insert this again because the last time I said it, I've been on here for 2 hours. The last time I said it was probably about an hour ago, I guess. I'm really, pretty much my only goal, like when I vision boarded my YouTube channel for this year, it was, I want to build community. And I know that I found a community in Love is Blind, and some of y'all probably gonna say adios to me when Love is Blind is gone. But I'm so happy to have this community of people right now so we could talk about this, because YouTube is great when you're doing it by yourself and you're posting the videos, but YouTube is so much better when you have a community of people who want to talk with you. So, you know, I'm living for this moment right now, even though I know Love is Blind is ending in a couple of weeks. Oh, and I'll say this right now too. The channel is probably going to go quiet for the time in between episode 10, which is next week, and the reunion, because like I said, I'm very big on mental health, and I like to insert breaks. And I don't know if y'all know, but like watching all of these, and not just watching them for funsies, but watching them to take notes on them and making sure that I'm scripting it out and recording these videos that sometimes take an hour and editing them, it's a lot. So I'm going to be taking a break after Love is Blind. Oh, my Discord. Yeah, I can drop it in. the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a break in between the last Love Is Blind episode and right before the reunion, so I can recoup, regenerate, and come back fresh. So I'll pin the Discord link right now. Yeah, Discord is just like, when this live is over and we're done talking in these comments, Discord is just a place to continue the conversation. It's literally like a chat room. And I have a bunch of different rooms in the room. I don't know how to explain it. Like, unless you have one, you might not get it. It's like a chat server, and I have a bunch of different rooms in there to talk about a bunch of different stuff. There's like Love Is Blind chat and all kind of different chats. So I do hope we can continue to speak after it. Yeah, the brown paper bag. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I create a great place for community. Thanks. Love that. I'm really trying. It's hard. It's hard on YouTube, because if people don't see that you're already, it's kind of like buying something first, right? It's like, if nobody else didn't buy that, I'm not gonna be the first one to do it. It's kind of like that. Like, who's gonna be the first, and then who's gonna be the second, and then who's gonna take a chance first and create the feeling that, oh, this is good, I can do this. AD is mature for listening to him. I'm not saying that you have to date within. I'm saying you cannot be pro your race if you date out. I believe black women have, oh yeah, okay. I'm holding all that because I said we're gonna talk about it. I don't know when, but we will. I'm gonna tell y'all that we will talk about that for whoever wants to talk about it. Sometime in the future, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it comes back around on my radar. Sarah, you should get a Rev Air. Love the Rev Air. I have a review of that. My channel used to be very mixed bag, but I honed in on entertainment because that's what kind of ended up working. I was like, well, I love talking about entertainment. But I do still have my Rev Air review on my channel. That thing is top notch. Protective Styles, I just did my box braids and I can finally... Oh, did you do them too tight? You shouldn't do them too tight. I'm going to have box braids in a minute. I have some pink hair that I have just been itching to put in. But I'm waiting until spring, so it'll be in season. So in a few weeks, yeah. Pink box braids. Jimmy didn't spin AD. Hi, I'm new here from Boston. Hey, Boston. I love the Boston accent. Loving that freaking show. So much drama. Listen, we were talking about all the drama. Jimmy was having second thoughts since he saw me. And was. I agree, it's a bigger conversation. Love your commentary. So many nuances. You know, that's the thing. I try to be fair about it, you know. What happened with Trevor? Girl, I hope they filled you in. Too much happened with Trevor. Married at First Night. I feel like I was covering this season of Married at First Sight, and then I kind of fell off because I started doing Vlogmas instead, and I was having fun with that. But it got kind of boring to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still watching it like on my own time, but I was like, this ain't hitting. It's as exciting, but maybe I need to actually sit down and pay attention to it. Oh, my diet needs so much work. Don't even listen. I'm probably going to eat something terrible tonight since I need to go to the store tomorrow. I think it's less that people are teaching their kids to be racist and more that they are passing that too. Ken did Brittany wrong, gaslighting her. Yep. I can see that y'all are right about the bean dip. Y'all are right about the bean dip. Imagine if Jimmy says yes at the altar and Chelsea says no. I think they both gonna say no. I think Jimmy wants to go try with Jess. I be talking too much too. Great point. Sarah, ain't no way. Listen, I'm having fun. Listen, that's what we do here. We have fun. We will come back. Thank you. I love that. Thank you for that. That's why we super chat you, Nae. Just a little bit of acknowledgement, all the work. Thank you. I do be putting in work, y'all. I do. And I take pride in that. You know, I've come a long way from the terrible editing that I used to do. So I take pride in the fact that it takes me a little longer to get my videos out. I know. Did y'all see Tate's take? Love him. Met him last year when I covered Love Is Blind. He had his Love Is Blind commentary up at 12 a.m. when the show dropped. I said, Tate. I'm looking at him like, how the hell you get that video up so fast? So yeah, I know my videos tend to go up later, but it's because I spend so much time editing it and I have to watch them all. But shout out to Tate, because he must be watching on overdrive. If he was ever able to get those videos out before I even watched the episodes, I was like, the hell? But y'all should check him out too. I love to see men's perspective on these reality shows too. I'm old because I don't know what a Discord is. Stop. I've never watched Love is Blind Sweden, so I can't speak on it. Not my braids being a split hair color and a half. I'm just tender-headed. Yeah, Sarah's super tender-headed too. But it looks like I have made it to the end. Ayy. Made it to the end. Yeah, Tate is great. I think he found me last year talking about Love is Blind. I was like, oh shit, a guy talks about this. So yeah, let's wrap it up. I did have a couple of things. I think I already talked about the teleparty. So I'll put a poll up to see if y'all are down for teleparty to talk about or to watch it together, the reunion. I already talked about me taking a break. I want to make sure I say this before I go. I'm not 100% sure what my next show that I'm going to talk about is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be The Circle, but Love is Blind. Netflix is sitting on that release date. They will not say when it's coming out. The only thing that I've heard is that it's coming out spring of 2024, supposedly. I want to cover The Circle. I haven't watched it in several seasons, but I do remember really loving it when I first saw it. But I also want to put this out there. And listen, I want to give everybody the opportunity to unsubscribe if they want to. I'm not in the business of collecting subscribers just to collect them. So I might lose a few people when I say this. I'm not only going to talk about reality TV shows. And it's because I don't want to end up being solely a reality TV show YouTube channel. Mostly because I think I would lose interest in doing this very quickly if I constantly had to talk about a reality TV show. I like other things. Maybe I want to talk about a sitcom. Maybe I want to talk about a movie. So, I don't want to make people think that I'm going to be talking about every single reality TV show that comes out, because that's just not going to be the case with my channel. I just don't want to be that person. I think it would be very draining very fast to constantly have to talk about dating shows, and not even just dating shows, reality TV in general. So there's going to be some other stuff in there, some scripted that we know is scripted, whether it's a movie, whether it's a sitcom, whether it's I'm playing with the idea of covering You, because it's going to be the final season. So stuff like that. So it's not always going to be reality TV. Sorry if that's what you were expecting. And I know that a lot of people are going to be here for not unsubscribe or resubscribe. Listen, I'm in the business of transparency as much as I can, right? So I know a lot of people. There are a lot of YouTubers who are strictly reality TV YouTubers, and I love that for them. It's just not something that I can sustain. I would get burnt out constantly covering, because these shows, not only do these reality TV shows come out back to back to back, sometimes they come out at the same time, and sometimes I just don't want to talk about people's lives. I want to go talk about a movie that I saw, like, when I saw Saltburn, which I highly recommend. If y'all ain't seen that movie, go see that movie. That shit was top tier. Or Mean Girls. Like, I want to talk about other stuff. So I just wanted to be clear about the fact that it's not going to always be reality TV. Let y'all know that I'm going to be taking a break. What else did I have? Oh, I had a lot of ending stuff. See, this is why I take notes, because I be forgetting stuff. Talked about teleparty. Oh, Spotify. I have a Spotify account that's connected. That's Natural Nae LA. It's linked in all of my description boxes, but I guess I'll drop it in here too. That's another thing. I also love music, so sometimes I want to be able to talk about that. It's all things entertainment, but it's just not always going to be reality TV. So, I have a Spotify account with a bunch of different playlists on it, if that's y'all's vibe and you want to go listen to some music. I also made a playlist for this Love is Blind season of songs that I think represent this season. It's an ever-growing playlist, but it's fun, and I had fun making it. And I have a lot of different playlists on there, all types of music. So check that out if you're down for that. What else? Oh, this other thing, I'll save this one for another live. It's just gonna be too much to explain right now, and it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I need to go eat. I'll say this other thing. It's nothing that's gonna happen right now. Like, I really do just want feedback on it, so I'll save it for another one. And see, I'm just saying random shit now because I'm probably getting tired and probably getting very hungry. Married at First Sight. You would like? No, I watched it. I'm just saying I was talking about it on my channel and I fell off of it because I was doing Vlogmas. Reality TV is good, messy, fun, but other content will be just as great. Thank you, appreciate that. You was a hot mess. That show is crazy. We're gonna have to talk about you. That show needs to end. Don't do that. Don't do that. It had a good run. That show had a good run. Don't put some respect on his name. But yeah, it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm gonna go order dinner, figure out what we will be eating tonight. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Even if you just hung out and didn't chat with me, still love you for that. You could have been anywhere on your Friday night, but you chose to be here. So love that for y'all and love that for me. And y'all will see me on Monday when I do a video responding to some top comments to kind of make sure that I respond to some of that stuff, even though I talked about a lot of it in this live. So yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. I haven't had water in 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I'm going to go probably drink this whole 30 gallon, or not 30 gallon, 30, listen, I don't know numbers, 30 ounce, and I'll see y'all later. Yes, stay safe in these streets.